Great. Okay. If you have a handphone, just keep it at by your side, just in case, you know, we start to run the survey and stuff like that. In fact, there's one coming up soon. All right. So today we're going to learn live commerce. So let's go. Okay, let's start. All right. Now, normally when we talk about live commerce, okay, we're going to actually have to know the difference between live streaming and video marketing. I mean, video is a new step forward. Everybody wants to know how to do video, isn't it? All right. But the thing is, why live streaming comes into the picture? Is live streaming done the same way as video marketing? There's so many questions on your mind when it comes to live streaming. Yeah. So when we say live commerce, it's just basically live streaming news for selling purposes. That means whatever you do on the internet, when it touches the live streaming using this kind of technique to sell your items, we call it live commerce. As long as there's a transaction of money between you and the person buying the item from you, that is already called live commerce. Yeah. So just in case you're wondering, live streaming and live commerce, any difference? It's actually the same. It's just that you're trying to sell something using the live channel. Okay, so key points here, it focuses more on interactivity. How are you going to be engaging? How are you going to reach these people, all right, sitting in front of their computers, looking at their screen and looking at you? All right, so yeah, so it is quite different from doing video marketing. Yeah, video marketing is entirely a different thing, and video marketing to some people, it is actually quite easy if you have the right equipment. But live streaming takes that thing one level up. All right. So of course, needless to say, everybody must have very good internet connection to do live streaming. I mean, well, you don't want to take the risk of live streaming halfway and then potong, right? Okay, so you have to make sure that everything is prepared before you even done live streaming. Okay. Now, normally, okay, when we talk about live streaming, all right, a lot of us tend to see, you know, what happens in front. Okay, what happens in front. So that means when you go to a live streamer's channel, okay, you normally probably see all the people in action, people talking, people showcasing items. That's what happens in front, okay, when you're doing a live streaming. So, but if you think about it, actually behind the scenes, there's a lot of people involved. All right, live streaming nowadays, it has become more than just one person do live streaming. You can do live streaming alone. You can do live streaming as a solo. No problem. Okay, people still do that. It's just that there's a lot of things you have to handle at the same time. All right. So live streamers, sometimes they will have a team of people working behind the scenes to help organize things, to help plan things, and to also help get orders in as efficiently as possible. All right. So we are all business people, right? So you know how important it is to actually get the orders in and make sure you fulfill those orders, isn't it? So live commerce, part of it is not just talking in front of the screen, it's also trying to have a system behind the scenes so that you can carry through the entire process completely. And you're not doing show, you know, you're trying to sell items here, okay? So why people want to watch live streaming in the first place, okay? Is actually to help people discover products. All right. Now, sometimes I don't know about you guys, but like for me, when I go to a live streamer, I actually want to shop around. I want to actually let people tell me their story, what their perspective is, introduce some products. And it is from there we actually shop and learn at the same time. You get what I mean? It's very different from you know, walking to a physical store. Sometimes when you go to a shop, right, you go inside a physical store and then, you know, the shopkeeper will actually come to you and say, is there something that you're looking for? But for on live streaming, you will find that this one is a little bit, it has changed. It actually caters to people who wants to explore themselves. So when there is a person in front showing so many things in front of you, all right, you tend to stop and listen, and you have the choice to actually find out more and engage with the seller or move on. All right, so it's like browsing your TV channels, right? It's a little bit like that. Now, when you see a person doing a live stream in front of you, okay, it helps generate trust. Okay, people will actually trust another person talking to you versus, let's say, a normal video that is just doing a product demonstration. All right, so it's always important that when you do live streaming, you show your face. Okay, key point, you must show either your face or someone's face. All right, so face-to-face communication, people still loves faces. All right, and needless to say, okay, why usually people go to live streaming instead of, I don't know, straight away go into Shopee and just browse and shop? Is because a lot of times when you actually go into a live streaming, they will normally get better deals. All right, okay, right. So if you look at it, all right, I'm going to do a very quick survey. Okay, some of you might be doing this the first time. Now, if you have your handphone, okay, take out your handphone, open your browser and go to menti.com, www.menti.com. When you are asked for a number, you type in 7216568. All right, and you let me know. Okay, are you comfortable to show your face on streaming? Go ahead and do that. Okay, and I'll switch my screen a bit just to let you see what's going on. Okay. Okay, now you can see it's live. So I really encourage all of you to actually participate on this one. All right. Let me know, let me know. There's only 22 of you. Come on, the room has 80 something, 80 something people. I want to know from all of you. All right, are you comfortable to show your face on live streaming? I mean, you can be completely honest. All right, it's just yes or no, don't worry, okay? Yeah, come. All right, give you a few more minutes, okay? So I can see some of you very aesthetically and energetically say yes. All right, but yes as in yes, answer the question, or but answer the question no. All right, it's normal, yeah, okay? So let's just give a few more minutes for some of our participants to answer this question. All right, ding ding ding, oh, your live commerce already first criteria have to show face. Yeah, how Okay, great. Okay, so we have about 90 people in the room right now. Great, wonderful. All right, some are just joining in, baru habis lunch kan. Okay, faham lah. Okay, so those of you just humor me. All right, I want to do a survey because like me, I actually do a little bit of live streaming before, and I have actually teach students on the different aspects of live streaming. Some of them are actually brave enough to try live streaming as well. But sometimes I do this kind of surveys to find out how is it like people nowadays. Are you comfortable to show your face or not? Maybe you like to watch people do live streaming lah, but yourself, you cannot imagine going past that obstacle. All right, but don't worry, step by step. Okay, after all, we are here to learn how to conquer this obstacle. Conquering obstacles is all in the spirit of Usahawan, right? So, let me know first. We've got to know where you are first. So be completely honest. You comfortable or not comfortable, you straight away say. Then we can actually get something to you. Okay, majority says no. All right, 53 of you says no. Okay, so let's move on. All right, okay, so I think it's safe to assume okay, most of you, when you see that camera in front of you, and then that camera look back at you, you probably freeze, don't know what to do anymore, right? Okay, so it's pretty normal. It's a very, very normal response because from young until now, our most comfortable zone is actually speaking to another person. You normally don't, speak to an object, right? I mean, unless you have, already used to that lah. But I mean, it's like suddenly you tell me to talk to a box in front of you, or suddenly tell me to talk to a book in front of you. It's like a bit weird lah. We always prefer to talk to a living thing. All right, your fur kit lah, your plant lah. Okay, I think some of you will develop that kind of hobby, right? You know, right? You speak to plant, they actually grow healthier. So I mean, okay, side topic aside, okay, let's come back to the main point here. All right, so not comfortable to show your face on live streaming is one thing. Sometimes some of you want to talk to an object also, you feel a bit funny, weird. Okay, right. So after this question, next question, ready? Okay. So next question. All right, next question. Okay, so not very sure, shy to show face, never mind. Let's say you got someone else to do the live streaming for you. Okay, you got someone who really keen to do live streaming. To them is perfectly natural. Okay, and now you want to help this person go live streaming. All right, what do you think you need before doing live streaming? Okay, same number, yeah. All right, just type in your answers and let me know. What do you think you need before doing live streaming? Wow, okay. Very big picture people here. All right, the practical answers all coming already. Okay, set up internet, set up lighting. Okay, good. Keep it coming in. All right, I'm sure there'll be billions of answers here because there are at least 90 of you here. All right, great. Wow. Strong connection, a team to assist. Wow, some people say attire. Yes, the way you dress, the way you look on camera. Okay. Wow. Viewers. Okay, some of you say viewers. Product preparation. Wow. Okay, so you can see it's coming in and coming in. Most of you will probably have different answers. Some long answers, some short answers. But we focus on the big ones. So of course you need camera law. Of course you need lighting law. Okay, and of course you need content. Now, whether you need a product or not, it really depends, because I understand at least I think 20 to 30% of you are basically maybe doing services, no product. All right, okay. So you still can do live stream, yeah. This course is not just for people who have product to sell, All right, even if you're just offering services, okay. Now, when we say offer services, it means to help people do something on the internet, to help people create graphics. It's a service, all right. Repair aircon, repair car, workshops, all right. It is open, it is more than just selling products, yeah. Sometimes. Okay, good. So I think we have more or less the amount of people that has responded in the first question, also responding in the second question. Yes, most of you are correct. The practical sense, okay? You got content, product, camera, and also lighting. All right, but most of you also, I can see from the small print, internet. Yes, internet. Okay. All right, so yeah, this one I cannot ignore lah. Internet, again, we all know, right? In wherever we are, right? There are certain areas that the internet is not very good. This one I have to be very, very honest with you. All right, but if you can find a place that has very good internet connection before you start live streaming. All right, okay, right. So thank you very much for the questions. Okay, so before you do live streaming, okay, it's probably a good idea for you to set your goal. Why are you doing the live streaming? All right, so like I said, live streaming is normally not for just services and not for just product. All right, it's really for a lot of things. Okay, but let's say if you are doing services, you want to let people know that you are actually providing this service. You want to let people know why people need this service. Like, for example, I think nowadays there's a lot of people ordering food online, right? Food ordering. I mean, yeah, it suddenly exploded, right? Okay, so CMCO, wow. All right, everybody wants to be in the food business somehow. It's either online grocery lah, or even food preparation lah, or even selling something online, isn't it? All right. Now, how many of you are actually in the food business? That means you're doing catering, or you're doing delivery, or you're preparing food, or you're selling cakes, or anything that is food related. If you are, okay, you respond inside the Zoom chat, okay, just press F. Those of you who are very enterprising, Usahawan, right? Okay, you probably see the opportunity already, and now it's like, kenapa tak henti CMCO one eh? Then you start to think of something, got to do something, got to take up the opportunity, all right? The situation is like this. Are you going to sit and cry? No, right? Okay, find some way to make an opportunity out of it. All right, so good. Admire your spirit, okay? Those of you who are in the food industry, yes. All right. Okay, just to share a tip with you, lately I discovered there's a lot of, somehow a lot of people around me started to sell coffee and tea. All right, so anyway, okay, come back here. All right, so here, okay, so you can see a product or services. If you're doing services, normally exposure, let more people know what you do. All right, the other thing is also services normally is not something that people can see and buy immediately. So sometimes they will use this live streaming to actually get leads. That means collect people, right? People who actually show a little bit of interest also you collect first. All right, this is what we call customer database, right? Building up your customer database. Now, services is a little bit difficult compared to products. And products, people see the product, people see the price, oh, yum, buy, right? Normally it's very, very direct. But services, there's one part of services that you have to understand is you have to educate, you have to nurture the person before they actually make their mind to get your service. All right, it's like, for example, you are trying to teach a new language online. All right, you're trying to teach a new language to all your students, teach them how to speak Mandarin, for example. There are some people who actually take a longer time to decide to learn the language. All right, so why not? Okay, use this opportunity, streaming goals, okay, your streaming goal to collect these people first. Collect them in a pool of people first, and then you find a way to, you know, market some useful content to them first, slowly, slowly brainwash them. Okay, you brainwash them to a certain extent. When they are ready to buy, they buy. All right, so those of you who are in the service line, don't worry, okay, you are taken care of because I am also from service line. All right, okay, all right. So of course, your content, goal is goal, but your content, what sort of content you should give to these people? Okay, basically you focus more on knowledge sharing. All right, so of course, our friends in the product line, okay, if you're selling a product, again, your content focus will be slightly a little bit different. All right, you will probably focus more on how the product works, okay, and maybe a little bit more on the promotion and pricing. Okay, got different one, okay, what kind of content you do during your live stream, it really depends on your goal. Are you now trying to get people to buy a product, or are you now trying to get people to buy a service? All right, now those of you who are doing food related, okay, some of you might be doing catering. All right, catering is like for a group of people. All right, so those kind of orders normally don't come every day, isn't it? All right, maybe they come once in a blue moon, once in 1 week. All right, so but you start collecting database first. You never know, okay, some of them suddenly got some event or they want to do, they might actually call you up. All right, but you have to keep continuing to nurture them, to capture them first using live streaming. Okay, now what do you need for live streaming? Okay, now this one is basically just give you a picture of how an actual live streaming with a team with a big setup looks like. Like I said just now, you can do live streaming solo, no problem. Okay, no problem with that. All right, it's just that when it comes to handling all the orders lah, getting everything arranged in the background lah, it's a little bit tedious lah, because I mean, you have to, you know, you only have one pair of hands, right? So suddenly you have to grow another 3 or 4 pairs. All right, and sometimes the live experience will be disrupted also. All right, okay, so there are 3 sections here. All right, what you do before you go live, okay, and what you do during live, and what do you do after you go live. All right, always 3 parts. Okay, yeah, I know most of you want to say, oh, live streaming, we just start live stream and then go live and then that's it lah. Right, whatever the people message, okay, I just take along after that. Right, but again, a little bit of pre-planning is going to help you move forward faster. All right, so a little bit of pre-planning. All right, okay, now if you are going to do a how I say live streaming, okay, that involves some special effect on your video, or you want to invite people together to do live stream together. All right, this is very good for people who are in services. So let's say you want to invite someone to do an interview, you want to do some you know, joint collaboration with someone. Okay, you want to see both of them in the screen, you want to organize the video. So these are some of the software that people will normally use when it comes to live streaming. All right, okay, so OBS is a very popular software. All right, that is being used by the slightly higher range of live streamers, especially those that do 2 or 3 screens together. Some people also use OBS to do you know, green screen replacement. All right, they have a green screen, they want to replace the background. Some people use OBS also. StreamYard is more common for people who wants to do interviews. So let's say you are a service provider, you want to invite 2 or 3 people coming into the same live session to show and tell, or maybe to talk about something, all right, like a coffee session lah, group chat lah, kind of thing, all right? Because every guest that you invite on your live streaming, they can help you add content. So you don't have to be too stressed about what to talk. It's a very, very useful technique. If let's say you just don't know what to talk in your live stream, but you know you need it to collect leads. All right, so it's a good idea to work with some people, okay, on a certain topic. So you create one topic, you just invite these few people, come together on the same live stream, and then start talking. All right, of course, you know, there's also other things inside there that you have to plan out, which we'll get into. All right, so your potential personal obstacles, okay? If you're shy, you have nothing to talk about, where do you find ideas? You're not a talkative person, can you be engaging? And like I said, sometimes some of you do not have that many network. I want to invite people to come to my live stream, but I don't know anyone. All right. So again, you yourself, okay, you always have your own, how I say, a way of creating engagement. All right. So you do not compare yourself to others, even if you are on the same industry or doing the same thing as your competitor or someone you know. All right. You always have your own personal flavor to bring out during your live sessions. All right. So don't compare, but what you can start, okay, very, very quickly, how you can start is basically start with the top 10 questions, okay, that your customer will always ask one. All right. Now, some people, they like to actually, how I say, break these 10 questions into smaller, more fine-tuned topics. All right. So it's a technique. All right. You can't think of anything to talk about. Just look at your existing customers or people around you. When they want to find out more about what you do, what's the first question that they will ask? Then from there, you can create something to talk about, to joke about, to show samples, to maybe give them a clearer idea of what it is that you do, what products that you actually sell. And then some people say, oh, you know, I would rather buy something like this rather than that. You know, maybe you can actually do a live streaming to prove that, you know, your product is actually suitable for what kind of people. You know, the explanation, nurturing. All right. So you can start with the main products that you normally sell. Now, some people do live streaming, okay, to focus on the best-selling products that they have now, because that really gets a lot of traction first. All right. Once people are aware that you're starting your live streaming journey, all right, they will get excited and they'll spread the word. All right. So some people actually do use that technique. Now, there are also some people who actually choose the more niche products. That means products that normally people don't buy a lot, but needs a lot of explanation, right? So why not, okay, do a live streaming to check and see whether this product is still sellable in the market or not. All right, so it's very, very interesting. Once you know how to use live streaming to collect data, you will know what actually sells in the market. All right, and by far, live streaming is the fastest and the more encouraged way to sell things, all right, on social media nowadays. Okay, right? So, okay, of course, you can also start with tips and knowledge that is relevant to the current situation. You know what it means, all right? It means like right now, MCO, right? Okay, if let's say people wants to know, okay, you know, all the face masks that we're wearing, okay, how you know your face mask is quality or not? All right, so, you know, people normally have this kind of questions, okay, but only related to certain situations. Like only MCO people will ask this question. After MCO, I don't think people will care already lah. But they will ask other questions. So again, you can also create topics based on current situations and how your service and product can relate to the current situation. All right, okay. So this is just another few more ideas that you can use, okay, for your live streaming. All right, you might want to take a screenshot. Okay, I'll leave it here while I talk a bit. So just do a bit of screenshot if you want this information. All right, but just to tell you, sometimes there's so many different ideas that you can use. You don't have to purposely create what you want to say online or what you want to say on live streaming. Sometimes it is just the normal things that you do, all right, behind the scenes, talking to people, picking up the phone call, and normal things. Also, you can do live streaming. Have you heard that some people actually can get so many people watching them sleeping on live streaming? Sleeping. Yeah, there was this Vietnamese guy, I think. He became very popular just because he was sleeping on camera. I think Vietnamese or Myanmar. Yeah. All right. So it's weird. The internet is full of weird people who actually wants to see these kind of things. But that aside, okay, if you really want to use live streaming as an objective, okay, you show more people about your business, about how you operate, about the genuine side of the business. All right. Sometimes that will actually attract people to know more about you. Yeah, you seem genuine. You seem to have nothing to hide. But of course, I have to caution this, not everything can be shown on camera. And okay, so practice a bit of discretion, but always try to relate the content back to the purpose, your goal. You want these people to be interested in you, your product, or your service. All right, so make sure every time you do a live, you want to have something out of it. Is it more views? Is it more people liking your Facebook page? Is it more people dropping leads for you? Is it more people to ask questions? These are different goals for live streaming. Live streaming is only a channel. All right, it's a way, a technique. Okay, so let's come back here. All right, so when we talk about products, okay, if you're selling specifically products, oh, there's a lot more things to prepare. Right, you can't just say, oh, today I'm going to sell a mouse and this mouse is like this. All right, you can't say like that, because why? People will actually ask further questions. Now, those of you selling simple products like food, you still get questions. Okay, people might ask, okay, how pedas is your sambal? Right? Okay, if you want to sell sambal on live streaming, okay, and you demonstrate, oh, sambal can go good with roti lah, can go good with what lah, and then there will be one or two customers out there that will probably ask you, how pedas is pedas? All right, okay, so again, these are the kind of questions that you have to be prepared. All right, okay, so customers will ask these kind of questions. Customers will ask, hey, your sambal, how is it sold? Is it bottle lah? How many grams lah? What's the packaging look like lah? You've got to prepare all of that. All right, so you just can't start a live streaming there with one pot of sambal and that's it. All right, okay, who wants to order? You can put your order inside the chat. They don't know what to order also. So it's a good idea to, like in the case of selling sambal, okay, to also offer the people watching your live stream how they can buy from you. All right, now I have seen a lot of people who do live stream because they are genuinely, they know they are cooking very well. Okay, I like to use food as an example. Sorry, so they know how to bake cakes. They know how to make sambal. They want to share to the world, some recipe or some tips that people can use. All right, but at the end of the day, when people start to inquire, hey, your sambal looks good lah. Do you sell it? Suddenly you don't get any reply, from the person doing the live. So I think seriously, that is really a missed opportunity. All right, so for those of you who love to do cooking videos or cooking live or show people live, always good idea to have one or two things that you can push to the audience if they ask to buy. You imagine this, when you're watching the live, people already so excited. It's like, wow, looks good. I want to try. All right, did he sell or not? And they will start looking up and down, left and right for all the information. How can I buy? Sure one, definitely. It has happened to me a lot of times. I'm like, okay, so you actually run courses or what? All right, so I have so many questions. But if you are really selling a service or product, it's always a good idea, all right, to read the comments, see what people are asking, all right, and have on hand something that you can push to them, be it a website lah, or somewhere they can get more information. Because when these people watch your live streaming, they are hot already. They want to take immediate action, So that's one really important tip for you guys. Get all your product preparation, packaging, pricing, everything sorted out first before you do the live. You will never know one. Sometimes you will attract these people who just ask one question, You just negotiate 2 or 3 times, okay, sale, done. Live commerce, right? Okay, you all want to do live commerce, you have to have that. All right, so, okay, so that's script preparation, okay, but let's talk about hardware. All right, this is just a bit of knowledge about hardware. Now, when it comes to hardware, I think a lot of you probably have attended at some point, like attended some other live streaming class. They probably tell you, oh yes, you can start with just a smartphone. Betul, can. Of course, in fact, that's the most important thing that you should have. Something that has a camera lah, actually. If I want to summarize lah, something that has a camera. So it can be a mobile phone, it can be your laptop, your computer. Some of you using slightly older computer, you might want to invest in a webcam. Now webcams nowadays are outside, right? If you look in Shopee, right, webcams can go as cheap as 30 ringgit, 50 ringgit. All right, so those webcams are not too bad at all, not too bad. Because if you think about it, sometimes it really depends what you're selling. All right, if your product is something that is so delicate and you need to look really good and in live camera, okay, then yes, you might want to invest in a better quality camera. All right, if your kind of product is like that. But if you are, let's say, promoting food or knowledge, okay, normally people, what they will emphasize more is receiving the knowledge. So not so much of the video bad, but maybe the audio also you have to take care a little bit extra. All right, so other than webcam, okay, lighting, background setup, your internet connection, and your audio. All right, these few things you have to actually take care. Now, when it comes to background, wow, the art of background, you think about it, okay, you have to understand your audience. All right, some people, they like clean background, okay, so that it is not so messy, they can focus on the thing that they are selling. All right, some people, they like to put a lot of stock at the background so that to give the impression that, okay, we still have stock, but it's probably going to run out, okay, so to create a sense of abundance. It's like we are supplier of this, that's why we have a lot of stock behind me. All right, now there are also some smarter people, they will actually put a promotional poster or some sort of phone number or whatever behind them. All right, so these are just samples that you can do to actually promote your live stream more effectively. Instead of just focusing on the person talking in the camera, there's something else in the background that people can see and people have a takeaway. All right, okay, so a few tips that you can do lah. Now, background setup. Now, also again, it depends on what you're doing. If you are talking about services, you're sharing knowledge, it's probably a good idea not to put so many things in the background, right? Because you have to understand human psychology. Humans, we have a very limited senses that we can use to accept information. You do not want to overwhelm your viewers. Now, normally, I don't know about you, but like for me, when I go to other people's live streaming, right, the first thing I see on screen, I will actually have a little bit of judging. I judge them based on how organized they are, based on their background. All right, that's me lah, okay? But I don't know about you. Maybe some of your viewers are also like that. All right, when they see a messy background, they will probably say, wow, this guy, I think he's going to be the really flea market selling type lah. All right, so you sort of can anticipate, all right, so these people probably is going to go that direction somewhere inside his live stream. But in fact, if you see someone that's doing a live stream, the background very clean one, wow, you feel a little bit more prepared, to listen more to what this person is saying. All right, it's psychology, it's totally human psychology. All right, so I mean, all 90 of you, okay, in the class today, the next time you go to a live streaming, you try and be more aware of how you feel the moment you step into the person's stream. All right, so again, it creates feeling. The background itself can create a feeling of calm, excitement, or even sense of urgency. All right, so yeah, it's not chin chai, just choose one background and then just go with it. It's not like that. All right, so setup wise, okay, some people like to use a green screen. Now, if you ask me whether a green screen is a must, okay, for product selling? I say no. All right, I've seen a lot of people who sells product, okay, actual physical product. They just simply open the live stream inside their warehouse, their factory, okay, even on the office table with messy background also, never mind, just start live, just start sell. All right, people do that. All right, now a green screen is good if you're like me. All right, you're trying to give information, you are in the business of information, all right, of services. All right, so most of the time it's good idea to actually invest in a green screen. Okay, right. So the camera angle, wow, okay. Now camera angle, you have to look at it this way. If your camera, the angle of the camera is higher, all right, so you know, it gives the people the impression that you are easygoing, okay, you are a nice person, right? If your camera angle is eye level, all right, so it creates the impression that you know, you treat the other person on the other side equal. All right, you're trying to be friendly, you're giving people a peace of mind. All right, but of course, again, if your camera angle is low, all right, so low angle means like this, okay, the camera is lower than your face. All right, it makes you look authoritative. Okay, now this one you would probably notice if you watch a lot of videos of certain politicians talking on camera. Sometimes you will notice that. You will notice that certain people of a certain standing, when they come into the camera, the camera angle is a little bit different one. All right. So this is how sometimes camera angle can also change the perception of a person with you. All right. So most of the time we keep eye level because that's the safest. All right. Unless you want to show that you're an authority of something, all right, then you can use number 3 lah. But most of the time we will highly recommend eye level is better. Now, what happens if you invest in a webcam, all right, but it is not to your eye level? You might actually want to get something called a tripod, all right, something like something to hold the webcam so that is eye level, all right, eye level at you can keep an eye level with the webcam, all right. So some people actually hook up in front of their laptop. Some people actually use an actual tripod to adjust, all right. So a good tripod can actually help you. And also the other thing is you have to ask yourself, you are doing this live stream standing up or sitting down? All right. So sometimes you sit down, tripod cannot adjust. That's it. You become low angle already. All right. So, you know, you have to actually check and see. I will teach you how to actually do a test live streaming yourself. Okay. But it's always a good idea to check, to do a test live stream, and then you look at your own video and you gauge and see how you feel. All right. Maybe camera angle can adjust a bit higher or lower. All right. So that's the only way to test. All right. Okay. So of course, you know, if you're on a budget, there's always other ways to do it lah. Cannot buy a tripod. Okay lor, use tissue box lor, use shoe box lor. Okay. All right. So you can see, even my colleague also sometimes, you know, when we just do a live stream, okay, you just find something that can prop the camera up lah. You know, just go ahead with the idea first. All right. So yes, we are not doing an advertisement for Premier Tissue, okay, but you get the point lah. All right, sometimes boxes can be very, very helpful. All right, don't be surprised why suddenly some people houses have got so many boxes. It is helpful. Tupperware also can. All right, okay, right. But just to share with you, tripod is not very expensive lah nowadays. All right, why some tripod is more expensive than the other tripods there is probably because the material and the weight. Heavier tripod can support heavier device. So if some of you actually have a handphone that is super heavy one, you know, Samsung Note that size, you might need a heavier tripod to help support that. Okay, if you're using a very small handphone, small tripod enough already. Okay, if you're using webcam, lagi, you just take the box and just put it up there, make sure it holds there. All right, sometimes some blue tack, you hold the camera to a right angle is already good enough. All right, I've used all of the above lah. So you use what you need to use, and you always need to make sure you have a tripod just in case. All right. Okay, lighting. All right. Now, lighting is really depend on, you know, where you're doing the live. All right. Most of the live streamer, they prefer to do indoors because of the internet connection. All right. Indoor internet connection, we rely on Wi-Fi, we rely on broadband. So it's much stabler. That's why most of the time you see live streamers, they normally indoor and they don't do live streaming outdoor. Now, if you want to do live streaming outdoor, okay, you probably need to invest more in data plan. All right. Now, in certain countries, outdoor live streaming is quite common because they have very good internet connection. Here in Malaysia, we are still the indoor type, huh? But who knows, okay? Maybe someday it will become better, huh? But just to share with you, sometimes you can use window lighting or indoor lamp light or ring light. Now, my personal advice, okay, is if you are new to live streaming, all right, the ring light idea looks good because it's a ring light, okay, but it really depends on whether, you know, your eye can tahan the ring light or not. The ring light sometimes can be very bright, so it can actually hurt your eyes a little bit. All right, so if this is the first time you're doing live streaming, you try with the window light or the indoor lamp light first. All right, and see, you gauge and see whether the quality is good or not. If the quality is not good, then only you invest in the ring light. But the ring light thing, I just share with you, be very careful because the light intensity can actually kill your eyes. All right, so just be very careful of the ring light. But the ring light is actually the most balanced of all three options. All right, some ring light, very professional one, they actually let you adjust what tone of the light. Some will give you warm tone lah, cool tone lah. It actually changes your face color. All right, so those of you selling skincare product, or you want people to focus more on your face, a ring light is very, very useful. All right, but if you are doing something else like a product demonstration with just need environmental light, okay, it's already good enough to have either window light or indoor lamp light. Now, do keep an indoor lamp light option, okay, a indoor lamp light available in where you're live streaming, because you never know. Sometimes window light, right, depend on the weather one, okay? The weather not so good. Like right now, my place here is going to rain, okay? The window light not so good. That's it, you know, your whole live stream will be so dark. All right, so it's a good idea to have one or two indoor lamp light standby just in case your window light cannot help you. All right, so this is just my advice because I've been doing live streaming also. Sometimes I rely on window light, but sometimes the weather just doesn't help me. Okay. All right, so lighting setup, okay, like I said, skincare products, they really, really need a ring light because it actually, you know, focus the light in a more balanced way. Right, skincare, especially if you're selling makeup and everything, the ring light you have to actually test a few times so that the color doesn't run out. That means when you use the ring light on warm color or cool color, you know, makeup, right? Makeup a color one, it might actually appear differently on video. All right, so you must keep consistency. If your ring light is already all this while using warm tone at what temperature, you keep to that every single video. All right, just to avoid people, you know, creating dispute. Hey, why live stream your color looks like this? All right, but when I buy the actual product, the color different. All right, so there might be some issues there, especially those of you doing skincare products. Okay, so makeup, skincare, okay, this is ring light selections. You can actually go to Lazada, Shopee. To be honest, nowadays ring lights are actually selling quite cheap. Last time when I first started out doing live streaming, this was about 2 years ago. All right, a ring light or a green screen used to cost more than 200 ringgit. All right, so now I think with all the suppliers from China coming into Lazada and Shopee, you can actually get this with quite affordable price. It's not expensive at all. All right, audio. Okay, now first ask yourself, are you going to say a lot of things on your video? All right, if let's say you are the pasar malam selling type, All right, you just give call to action. You just maybe put 1 or 2 words to describe your product. You don't have too many things or too many big technical words to say. All right, your mic, the selection of your mic, as long as the person can hear you, is already good enough. But let's say you are the speaker. That means you actually say a lot of things. In 1 minute, you say about 200, 300 words. All right, so you actually need a speaker, a mic, okay, that actually capture your voice in a very clear way. All right, so again, some tips, okay, get close enough on the mic. All right, make sure your mic is either here in your neck level, all right, or your mic is actually the wearing type, okay, the one that actually comes to your mouth. All right, and don't rely too much on the mic that is on the device, because the distance between your mic and your voice, all right, sometimes can become very blur. Okay, so these are just some tips, all right, for you to actually get a better quality audio on your Facebook Live, okay, or your live video. All right, so of course it would also help to speak louder lah, right? So if you are not the loud speaking type, all right, you have to play with, you know, whether you need a mic that actually is right in front of your mouth. It's probably better. Let's be practical lah. I mean, you don't have to sometimes stress yourself out to speak loud just for people to hear you. But sometimes you can adjust, okay, your mic to be either hanging here or what. But again, testing your session before you go live is going to help you a lot. Okay. All right. So audio, again, there's the lavalier. Lavalier means the mic that actually you wear. All right. And there's also the cordite microphone, means something that hangs in front of you. All right. Sometimes when you watch other people live streaming, they have a hanging microphone instead of a wearable microphone. All right. Now, hanging microphone is good if you want to capture other noises in the environment. All right. So let's say some people, they don't like to actually broadcast audio from their own computer. They actually have another speaker playing music lah or whatever. All right. So, you know, sometimes they will actually choose a stand-up mic. All right. But again, test your equipment first before you actually buy it. All right. So like for me, every time before I buy a mic, I will actually check around and see other people doing it or not. All right. Are you using this kind of mic or not? Now, nowadays, it's very convenient for us to test mics because there are some websites out there, also operated by Malaysians, our local one, they rent audio equipment. They rent audio equipment, they rent video equipment. Maybe you can rent from them first, try 1 or 2 days. You like it, then you invest on it. All right, that's my honest opinion, because audio, sometimes the cheap ones can go about 60 ringgit. The really expensive one, 400 to 800 ringgit. No joke, right? So probably a good idea to test yourself first and see whether okay or not. All right. Of course, again, a checklist, your list of, you know, products, what's the package of pricing, what do you want people to do when they are interested to buy from you. So all these are really basic homework that you must do, all right, before you even go live. Of course, the other thing that you need to do is also presentation flow. All right, what's presentation flow? Means how are you going to start your live? How are you going to welcome people? How you're going to tell people what you're going to introduce in your live session? How you're going to create engagement? How are you going to tell them, okay, what are you selling? All right, and how are you going to get the order from them? All right, so all these are flow, all these are planning, and all this has to be done before your live stream. Now, like what we say, the first time you do a live stream is going to be the most difficult, because first of all, you don't know what to do. All right. So I would say watch other people. Watch other people's live stream, especially those that is in the same industry from you. All right. You can take some tips from there and see how they organize their presentation flow and model after. I say model after, not copy bulat. There are some things you can copy, some things you cannot copy on, okay? But you model after at least the flow, all right? For example, how many minutes after they say this, okay, after they welcome people, they start doing this, that kind of flow. Because every audience will have a different way. So sometimes it takes a lot of testing to get it right. Then for the subsequent times that you're doing live streaming, it's going to come very natural for you already. You probably know that, oh, my group of audience, they normally, I say, I go live at 10 o'clock. Normally, they only end up in my stream about 10 lah, 10, 15 like that. All right, I can wait, no problem. All right, so again, that 10 minutes, you're not going to keep quiet, right? You're going to have to say something. So what? Okay, have to say, all right? So again, like I said, if you are going to, observe other people, how other people do live stream, okay? So then I have to ask you back this question. All right? I'm sure before even attending this live stream thing, most of you would have seen other people do live stream, right? Normally, where do you go to watch people do live streaming or live selling? All right, just out of curiosity. Okay, again, go to menti.com, okay, use this code and share with me. All right, what is your favorite live streaming channel? If you wanted to watch someone doing live streaming, normally you go where? All right, just go to menti.com, okay, type in the number 5228270. Wow, Instagram. Okay, where else do you go to for your live stream needs? Okay, all right, interesting. Okay, now those of you watching my screen, okay, it might give you some ideas also, just in case, wow, you look for this kind of streamer on Facebook, cannot find them, where else you can find them? This is just purely sharing. Okay, I'm not recommending any specific channel. It's just that I do Facebook live stream most of the time. So, but let's see. In your industry, there will be a lot. Okay. Oh, TikTok also come out already. Walao. Okay, good. All right. Bagus. Any more? 34? Okay. Have at least 10 or 20 more people who would actually respond this. All right. Most people will do Facebook. Shopee also is the next favorite. I mean, we are talking about live commerce, which is good. All right. I can see someone also typing in the chat. All right. Okay. So let's do a summary of where most people go for live streaming. Okay, it could be Facebook, could be Shopee, could be Instagram, could be YouTube. These 4 channels is probably the most popular live streaming channels among all of you here. That means Malaysia lah. Okay, all right. Of course, I see names like Twitch, TikTok. All right, it might be popular elsewhere. It might also be popular for certain products or services. All right. So the lesson for this question is sometimes when you want to look for live streamers, sometimes you will actually choose channels depending on how many people are there, depending on who else is actually doing live stream from there. Now, Instagram, most of the time are based on influencer live. All right. Instagrammers, they like to do live, okay, on Instagram because it's convenient to them. They already set up their base on Instagram. They already have their fans and followers on Instagram. So naturally, if Instagram, that channel provides you a live streaming capability, they will automatically just use that. All right. So you will find that there will be influencers or key opinion leaders. They normally will go, pick the channel, their favorite channel, all this while that has a lot of followers. And if there is a live streaming option there, they go live streaming. All right. So I can see a lot of people also do Shopee. So I guess most of you, those of you who answer Shopee, probably already has a shop. All right, on Shopee. All right, you can actually sign up for Shopee Live. All right, Shopee has live. All right, but just not everyone does it. All right, so I'll share with you how you can actually apply for Shopee Live. Okay, there will be a URL shared inside the session a little bit later, just a few slides later. All right, but I can see most of you like Facebook because all of us already on Facebook. All right, so general audience, Facebook, good idea. All right, okay. So thank you very much for answering this question. Okay, and let's move on. All right, now let's talk about what happens before you go live. All right, you need to announce it. All right, tell people that you're going live. Okay, how you announce it? You can post a picture. All right, you can actually share through different social media platforms. Let's say you plan to go live on Facebook. All right, you don't have to actually stick your announcement on Facebook, ma. You can actually announce it on WhatsApp. You can announce it on Instagram. You can actually share it out with your friends. Okay, there's community groups. There's also emails. Use all of that. Okay, to promote, to encourage people to come to your live at that time. All right, and of course, if you have marketing budget, you can also run ads to promote your event. Okay, it's just like, you know, Jelajah Usahawan Digital Selangor. All right, how we get all this in front of you guys? Because we set up a Facebook event, isn't it? All right, so for those of you who have a little bit more budget, you can actually pay money to Facebook, all right, and get Facebook to show this event to more people. All right, so that's an idea for you, how you promote your Facebook Live. All right, so you can do Facebook Live on mobile phone and also computer. All right, these are just very simple run through screens. Just in case for those of you who have never done Facebook Live before, you just open your mobile phone. Okay, just open your mobile phone and open the Facebook app. All right, and normally you will have a live button on top. All right, so after you click on the live button, all right, they will actually ask you, okay, so you want to do live to everyone, or share with you one tip, you can do a live to yourself first. All right, that means only you can see your own live for testing purposes. Remember earlier when I say, okay, your lighting have to test, your background have to test, your camera angle have to test, your audio have to test, so many things need to test, but I cannot go live in public yet. All right, so how you can do that? When you go live, okay, just make sure you look at the tool, okay, the tool portion up here, and make sure you set only me. All right, at the very least, when you start your live, you record yourself for about 1 or 2 minutes, just test every angle and everything, and re-watch your own video. Then it's easier for you to gauge, okay, whether you are ready for the live, or maybe there's some other homework you have to do. All right, maybe get better mic lah, test some more lah. All right, you can test any number of times. Facebook does not charge you, all right, for going live. In fact, Facebook wants you to go live as often as possible. All right, okay, all right. Of course, again, other than going live on your own, all right, you can also go live to the public, to selected friends only, and to also, you want to go live to certain Facebook groups, you can do that, okay? And basically, that's the basics lah about going live, your audience, all right? Most of the time, people will actually choose to go live to the public because just in case people see your live, they want to share it out, it's easier to share it with other people. But there are also some people who do live for specific group of audience. Let's say your business, you got some customers who are VIP customers, and then you want to do a very special live just for this group of people, all right, to get more value from you. You just want to maintain the relationship. You just want to give them, share with them some more value so that you can actually upsell them. You can encourage them to actually buy more of your products or buy more of your service, or introduce them to something new that you're working on. All right, so these are different techniques. Okay, when should you go live, who you should go live to. Now, if you turn on public, you have a better chance to get new customers. That means people who have not heard about you before, sometimes they go to Facebook, they look you up, and they probably will see you, or see your live notification. Friends of people who actually know your business, they can share your Facebook Live out to their friends. So friends of friends, a little bit like word of mouth marketing. All right, so it's easier for you to reach the people that you don't know. All right, can get you new customers that way. All right, so choosing your audience is quite important, depending on your goals. What's your goal? All right, now after that, okay, you just add the description. Now description is very important because every time when people look for live sessions to go or live event, all right, they will actually start to see the description, what this live is about, what they're promoting. All right, so in the description here, most of the time, people will put what promotion. People will put something that captures the attention of people. Like, for example, do you want to know how to have a healthy diet so that you don't get fat during MCO? All All right, I'm sure all these health conscious people who work from home, they also want to know. All right, is there such a trick? All right, they might actually click in and watch your live. So again, your description, the skills of writing a good description, you have to think about it. What will make your audience stop whatever they're doing and come and watch your Facebook live? All right, so think about that. There must be a hook, there must be a reason. Now, some of you selling direct products, okay, maybe this live session is a little bit like recurring. Yeah, I do this live almost every day, 8 p.m. All right, then your description would probably be something, an exclusive offer that you're going to recommend. All right, it could be also based on an event. You all know 12/12 is coming, right? All right, so you might be want to do something called a 12/12 pre-sales or something. All right, so again, you want to give a sneak peek to people about 12/12, all right? You want to actually create that kind of suspense, okay, to all your customers. You know what? We're going to give you a sneak peek of what is coming soon in our 12/12 promotion. All right, join us for this live session, and you might actually get a coupon, all right, to get further discounts other than the 12/12 discount. Wow, I tell you, this one might actually get people sharing also, right? So again, description, it really depends on your business approach, okay? How are you going to create this kind of pool? How are you going to attract these people to actually come to your live and stay there? All right, it all depends on the description. All right, me myself, I watch other people's live, I already banyak kali kena tipu, all right, by the description. But I kena tipu, I don't mind, because I really get value. It's like once the moment I go in, yeah lor, they really talk about this lah, but in a not so expected way, but I still enjoy it. All right, so again, if you have something of value, you want to tell people what your live stream is about, say it. All right, because I tell you, there's a lot of live going on right now. They can pick and choose, especially those of you who are planning to go live at a certain time of the day. All right, and there's already a lot of other people going live. You will be fighting for their eyeballs. All right, so put upfront what you are trying to sell today and why should they spend time watching your live. Okay, all right, so again, make sure you tag your friends lah, you choose your location lah, all right, or add any other activity that you want. Okay, you set your camera orientation. Now, some people like to do live like the YouTube landscape mode. Some people like to do portrait mode. Now, which one is suitable for your product? I would say if you are front-facing video, that means you are talking to people with primarily the focus is on your face. All right, it's probably a good idea to do portrait. If let's say your product is a lot, you have a lot of products that is on your table right now, okay, sometimes a landscape video actually will show more of what's happening around you. All right, so whether you want to do like that or you want to do landscape, okay, it's really up to you. All right, but just to share with you, sometimes it depends on what you want to show to your audience. All right, so if let's say it's a table full of stuff, you want to bring people from one end of the table to the other end, then good. All right, use a landscape video. If it's just person only, the face, all right, let's say you want to demonstrate makeup or whatever, you need to zoom in, use portrait, better. Okay, right? Those of you like to do live video on cooking, all right, probably a good idea to do landscape lah. People can see your kitchen counter, they can have a feeling of big. All right, wow, your kitchen look big. Okay, so this one trick to share with you. Okay, all right. Okay, so when you're ready, you just click on the live video. All right, and you must remember that it takes a few seconds for Facebook to actually put your live. Like, for example, when you click on the start live video, right, it might actually take Facebook about 3 to 4 seconds before your audience will actually see you. And in fact, when you do live, it's not really real live. As in, you say something right now, it will probably take about 5 to 6 seconds, all right, before your audience actually hear you saying that. All right, so 5 or 6 second delay is very normal on Facebook. All right, this is not really siaran langsung, like how you see the sports event and stuff like that. All right, it's not really siaran langsung. it's at least 5 to 6 second delay, depending on your internet connection. All right, I've done live before, just to share with you. Sometimes when it's raining, right, the delay is about 7 to 8 seconds. All right, sometimes the weather is good, sometimes 3 to 4 seconds. It fluctuates depending on the platform you go live on. All right, so any platform also like that one. Facebook lah, Shopee lah, YouTube lah, Instagram lah. It really depends on how many people are going live at that time and whether their server is heavy or not. All right, but you can expect delays. Okay, it's not real time. Just be aware of that. All right. Now, after, okay, when you do live commerce using your handphone, okay, when you start your live using your handphone, you need, let's say you need someone, your assistant, okay, to help you monitor your comment and everything. All right. Is my assistant able to also tap onto my live session? All right. So they basically, as long as they are also an admin of your Facebook page, all right, then they can actually see all the comments that goes on, and they can also reply as the Facebook page. All right. So again, if you plan to set up an operation, a proper operation of live streaming and live commerce with an assistant to help you take orders, it's always a good idea to set up your Facebook page, your Facebook business page, okay, using Facebook. All right, the Facebook business page, all right, not profile. Facebook profile, you can still do live there, but unless you're very comfortable sharing your Facebook profile username password to another person, is a bit difficult, I would say. All right, so best to actually create a Facebook business page and then you share the access. All right, so something for you to think about, all right, whether you're doing solo or you need someone to help you. All right, and the other thing that you have to also understand is if you go live using your own profile page, the maximum number of people who can follow you or like you is maybe 5,000 only. All right, Facebook profile. If you use Facebook business page, no limit. All right, so depending on how popular you can become, which we don't know I've actually seen people go live, after their second or third live, they become viral. All right, suddenly so many people actually visit them, so many people, suddenly they just get a lot of people adding them and follow them. All right, so we can't say it's like your Facebook post suddenly go viral. Sometimes your Facebook live also can go viral. All right, so when that opportunity comes, you don't want to be limited with just 5,000 people following you. All right, so Facebook page, always the best option to do it. All right, especially when you have a team. All right, so in here, okay, when you do the laptop, if you're doing the laptop, then it's a little bit different. All right, so when you go to a laptop and you go to a Facebook live, okay, you can basically, edit your post, okay, to update something inside your post if you want to. All right, you can also edit or moderate your content. All right, now please make sure you have someone to moderate your comments. Sometimes, I mean, it has happened to me before. Sometimes you go live, but because you're not the audience, you don't know what actually people see. All right, so it's a good idea to, watch the comment and see whether your fans, people who are watching your live, give you a heads up. Audio tak betul. Cannot see something. Blackout. All right, sometimes your fans can really help you on this one. All right, sometimes your assistant also cannot help you because sometimes they are in the same room as you. All right, they also don't know what's happening outside. So sometimes it's good to have one or two people that to join your Facebook live, just to make sure everything's smooth. They can see you, they can hear you nicely, and then from the outside, just to make sure everything runs smoothly. Okay, pin your comment during live. Okay, so if you have some important announcement or some important price list, okay, you park it inside your comment first, and then you pin the comment, the first thing that on top appears on top. All right, then people, when they join your Facebook live in the middle, let's say you already talked about second or third product already, all right, and people missed out the first and second product, which is what they want to see in the first place. They try to look for information. Sometimes they scroll up your comment, I still cannot see the information. So is there a better way for them to look up the information so that you don't miss out on their orders? All right, so pin whatever promotion or product pricing that you have up there. All right, of course, again, remember call to action, right? Because there are some people, they scroll up, they come to your live, they say, hey, this one is something that I'm looking for so long already, you know, where's the number? They just look for number only, right? Because they know, yeah, people busy here, but I call your number, I leave you a WhatsApp message first, later you come back to me. So some customers are nice, they actually are very considerate. They know that, oh, you're doing live, but never mind, I'm still interested, and I'll leave you a message first, and then you come back to me later. All right, so don't lose out on that. Make sure important information, important contact number is inside your pin post. Okay. All right, so live, you do. Okay, and then all right, all 10 products out already. Enough. Okay, we're gonna call it a day. Before you end your live, make sure you thank your audience. All right. Now I know some of you maybe say, what happens when I do live? Nobody see my live. Then should I thank anyone or not? Of course you have to. All right, common courtesy. All right, still thank the person, okay, for coming to live. All right, because you know, once your live video finish, right, once you click on the end button, the finish button, Facebook will ask you, do you want to publish your live video? All right, meaning to say you can actually do a live streaming and at the same time keep it as a video that people can come back later and watch. So, you know, it's a good idea to say lah, thank you at the end. Mana tahu, right? If people really keen, they just so happen, my schedule busy. I never, I didn't manage to catch your live, but I want to watch one. All right. So at least towards the end, you say some nice thank you and whatever. People still feel nice. People still feel that, oh, you still care about them. All right. So again, common courtesy. All right. We all say, right, Malaysians, ada budi bicara yang baik kan. Okay, so we have to exercise that. All right, saying thank you is a very powerful thing. Yeah, of course, other than saying thank you, we are all business people. Call to action. Remember to tell them, hey, if you like our live video, all right, click on the like, so that we can make more videos for you, or like our page or follow our page. All right, give them the call to action, especially those of you who are just starting out in live streaming. All right, probably your goal is also to get more people to follow you, more people to like your Facebook page. So use the opportunity to encourage them to like, share, or comment on your video. All right, because there's one secret about going live on Facebook, especially Facebook. One secret: as long as there is people engaging on your video, Facebook will try their best to show your video to as many people as possible. Now you understand, right? Why sometimes you go to other people's live streaming, the first thing they say, thank you for coming to our live, okay? Remember to share the live out, okay, to your friends and family. 3 people you share out, okay, I'll give you something at the end of the live stream. Right? They always encourage people to share. They always encourage people to comment. They always encourage people to place order right in the comment box. Why? Because they know that Facebook will always try to reward them with new viewers if there's a lot of engagement on your video. So again, having the right equipment and knowing how to start live is just half of the story. You need to know how to engage with your audience. Oh, the science, I've got science behind one. All right. So after you go live, after you finish, after Facebook decides to publish your video, okay, online, all right, you might want to maybe edit the description and maybe just tell people, hey, you know what happened during the live, okay, some highlights, so that you encourage people, random people who is on the internet looking for your video, all right, maybe they also know that, you just went live about yesterday and then this was what happened during the live, okay? Check out some really interesting tidbits or information, all right, that was shared by who, when we were doing this, okay, we discovered a very unexpected way of using this product. Okay, people might be curious enough to go inside there and watch your video. So again, you can always edit the description, add some keywords, okay? You can also delete your video lah. If let's say, this Facebook Live terlalu malu lah, okay? You want to delete it, all right, you can, you can do that, all right, no problem, all right. But if you ask my opinion, even if you do a Facebook live streaming, it doesn't look very good, you made a lot of mistakes inside there, but I feel you can still keep it because it really shows people your genuine self. People always make mistakes, all right. In fact, if your live streaming is too perfect, people will feel that, wow, all these are very scripted. It's like very standard practice. It's like the way you talk is too perfect, you know. So sometimes people value genuinely, all right. They want genuine things from you. Even if you say mistake 1 or 2 words, so never mind. You just be natural, all right. Natural selves. Genuinity sells, okay. So don't be afraid of going live. Even you make mistake once or twice, after a few times, it's going to be very, very natural, okay. So again, you can edit your video, okay. You can upload a thumbnail if you want to, all right. And you know, all these are just how do you go live on desktop? Also same thing, okay. You open your Facebook page, okay. You can actually start going live. Now for those of you using OBS, all right, using OBS, okay, or you want to use another software to show something on your laptop, for example, all right, you must be familiar with something called a stream key, all right. Now almost every platform out there, all right, that supports live streaming, if they support connecting your live stream from your OBS to the platform, they will always be able to give you a stream key. Now, a stream key is basically like a code that you set inside your OBS so that whatever you show in OBS will automatically be sent to Facebook to show live. All right, so this is a little bit advanced technique, okay? Usually used by people who are a little bit more complicated, like sophisticated streams. Like for example, game streamers. All right, so I don't know how many of you are really interested in game streaming, but here is Jelajah Usahawan Digital. Game streamers are also Usahawan. Okay, share with you first. It's like I said, it's not necessarily about product selling. It's sometimes it's service. Game streamers is what we call people who are in the service line. What kind of service? They entertain people. All right. Out of curiosity, how many of you here right now? We got 97 people here. How many of you right now is interested in doing game streaming? Or you have children or niece and nephew who is interested in doing game streaming? I just want to do a very quick survey. Anyone want to stream game online? Ada tak? Okay, if you have, all right, just comment inside the Zoom chat, okay, so that I know lah how many people interested in watching only. Okay, actually do. I mean, some of you play games. Okay, play games is one thing, but some of you don't mind, you know, play game and stream lah. I just don't know how only. Not for any purpose one. Sometimes usahawan, right? You usaha on something, and then at one point of time you find something of value to offer to your audience. Sometimes people are like that. All right, you can always start with your own interest. It's like remember last time there was Sugu Pavitra. What she did? She didn't actually start live streaming just selling things, you know. She actually started streaming just interest only. So game streamers, even you like to cook also, you just start doing live streaming also, you can get somewhere, you know. You are still usaha for something, you know. Let's see. Okay, nephew, son, a lot of sons. No ladies. Lady streamer, come on. No. Okay, ladies maybe more interested in cooking lah. All right, also can. All right, you start with something with your interest. I think that would probably be an easier obstacle to overcome lah. I mean, like just now when I say you want to go live stream but don't know what to talk about, right? Never mind. You start with something you're already familiar. Cooking lah, play game lah. These two quite common lah. All right. So those of you who are interested in doing game streaming, and again, now we understand MCO, right? Most of your kids is going to be at home, probably doing nothing conductive. Okay, right? So something they can explore lah. What like game streaming, the healthy kind. All right, but you still have to monitor. All right. So okay, but if those of you interested, in doing game streaming. Okay, that one maybe PM30 lah. We continue with class first. Okay, good. All right. So ada juga, okay, orang yang nak buat streaming. Because this one is Jelajah Usahawan. I don't know whether it will fit or not. So I just ask only. All right. Okay. So you can share with your group if you want to. All right. Do a laptop. All right. And let's do another one. All right. How many of you actually watch sellers on Shopee Live? Okay. You know Shopee got Shopee Live, right? Right. Sometimes people who sell on Shopee Live, they also do live streaming. How many of you actually watch them or watched before? Sellers on Shopee Live. All right. Okay, just share with me. You have seen before or you have not seen before? Or actually, it's the first time you hear that Shopee actually got live. All right. You can say no, no problem. All right. This is just a very simple survey so that I can understand how is it like right now. Okay, great. Some of you not really watch lah, but you know the tab is there. But you must watch, you need to study them, you know. You want to do live commerce, you study people first. And they are already some people, they start doing Shopee Live. Just baru start. But again, like all new things, if you start now, you'll be one of the pioneers. So this is the thing that I'm trying to share with you. Make sure you know lah. You know what's there in the market. Shopee Live is there. All right. I think some of you probably more familiar with Taobao Live and stuff like that. Taobao is another platform, not Shopee. But I understand also you're doing live commerce, you want to sell to your audience, right? So that's why I mentioned Shopee a lot more. All right. So some of you are probably more familiar with the China landscape. In China, most of the live streamers, live commerce happens on Taobao because platform. Shopee also wants to get on this bandwagon. Lazada is also getting on this bandwagon. Amazon also have Amazon Live, but not as interesting as Taobao Live or Shopee Live, I would say. All right. But anyway, that one is that one. All right. But Shopee Live, haven't heard of Shopee Live. Okay. So it's brand new things. All right. So we only have what? 26 people replying me? The rest probably first time here Shopee Live. No worries. I think because the pandemic is still on, we haven't seen the end of it. It's going to blow up. It's going to be very, very popular. All right. A lot of things about live commerce that we know now is based on what we learn in China. In China, live commerce, live streamers, when they do live commerce, they do one shot 8 hours a day. All right. They go in shifts, actually. All right. So it's as if it's a full-time job. In Malaysia, we are not that level yet lah. I think I'm not sure how many of you actually have done live streaming before. I think you do 2 hours or so, you feel like you want to die already. I don't want to use the word die, but it is like that. Okay. How many of you actually have done live streaming before? If you do, how many hours do you do? Just share with the class a bit. All right. How many of you have done live streaming before? And how many hours do you normally do? Okay, Zira does 30 minutes. Okay. All right. Who else? Never done before. Okay. Anyone has done live streaming before? No, okay. 20 minutes for fun. Okay. I think those of you who do 30 minutes, 20 minutes, or 1 hour, I think you can probably guess what I mean. You compare your 1 hour with 8 hours. Wow. I tell you, you cannot beat the Chinese when it comes to live streaming. But again, they have a lot of practice. They do it every day. All right. We probably do once a week or for fun. All right. Not serious. So, but the trend is there. People like to watch other people. Right? How many of you actually go to kopitiam also? Sometimes you order that kopi, but actually you sit there and watch people. It's the same thing. All right. It's the same concept. All right. Why live is so interesting is because you can just turn it on, do your own thing, just listen in only. Same, right? It's like the coffee shop concept. People are naturally curious, okay? So again, don't be afraid of nobody watching your live. Sometimes people listen to your live. Very, very funny one, okay? All right, so China does 8 hours. Just to answer Lili's question, how long should we do live streaming? Depends on your product law, what you're trying to sell, service, product, okay? If you have maybe 3 or 4 products, every product about 10 minutes, then you can gauge already, maybe half an hour, 1 hour. But it also depends on yourself also. I mean, how long can you tahan? Yeah, I mean, once you start doing live streaming, you will get what I mean. Because there's a lot of things involved also. You have to keep the audience engaged, you have to answer questions, you have to actually see the chat, you have to actually have to be very organized, especially when you're doing live commerce. You must have very good time management. Okay, one step to another step to another step. All right, so one product around 10 minutes, another product around 10 minutes. Okay, then you give a little bit of time for people to have a break, talk, ask questions. You have to be very, very organized. So long or short, it really depends, because why the China Taobao, they do 8 hours. Let me explain why. Because in China, a lot of people do rely on live commerce to get what they need. So even though they have a very super app, the mobile app on their hands, they are not the browse, see whatever they want, tap and buy type. All right, their audience actually love the interaction more. All right, so that's why, live streamers in China, they actually spend a lot more effort in keeping online. All right. Yeah, okay. So I can see very positive comments from Sharon also. Curious, you're curious to know what happens, Someone live, You make one mistake, that's it. People can see, the whole world can see, wow, free show. Not free show, okay? But you get what I mean, It's like, something interesting, something you don't see all the time, not scripted. That's what people think, But again, smart people like us, if you want to do commerce, you have to plan something. You have to at least plan something on, or else you will overrun. When you overrun, people might be very afraid. Sometimes they will say, did I miss something? Sometimes they will ask this question. So you do try to commit to a certain length, certain duration of the stream. All right. No worries. The more you study other people do live streaming, right, you will start to see a pattern. They don't simply go live. There's always a planning one. All right. Okay. So those of you curious, okay, a lot of you say no. All right. A lot of you don't answer me. Okay. So probably you have not considered doing Shopee Live before, but just to share with you, this is really a sharing session, just to share with you live commerce, right? If you want to do something and sell something, it's always a good idea to go to a platform where there are buyers. All right, so platforms like Shopee, Lazada is really a nice place to actually start doing live streaming if you're seriously selling products. All right, so of course, needless to say, first of all, you must set up your shop on Shopee. All right, so let's say you have friends and family, all right, selling something, all right, they never tried Shopee before, and just go and register for Shopee merchant account. Just register for a Shopee account, you already get a merchant section there. You can put in your product already. So at least one product, and then you can register for Shopee Live. Now you might want to take a screenshot of this one. All right, there's a link there. Okay, you can go to that link and look up more information about Shopee Live. In fact, Shopee actually has a place called Shopee University. They actually will teach you, all right, how to set up your Shopee Live, give you some advice how to promote in your Shopee Live. Okay, it's quite a good course. Those of you seriously got physical product want to sell, you can try Shopee. Shopee also got Shopee Live. All right. Now, if you ask me, why try Shopee when I can do everything on Facebook? Sometimes you just need to know whether the market actually wants your product or not first. All right. So fastest way to test this, to make sure confirm you go to Shopee where people are already want to buy. Then you will know whether it is a good idea to also maybe have one or two live sessions on Facebook also, just to get people to understand and to come to your Shopee store. All right. So again, you're redirecting traffic from different channels to your main channel. All right. So again, once you register for Shopee Live, you promote, okay, and then you go live. All right. So just share with some screenshot for you. Okay. What happens when you actually sign up for Shopee already? All right. You will get an option to go live streaming. Okay. As a merchant on the Shopee store, you will get an option called live streaming. All right. And again, they will ask you what product you want to sell. Okay. What related product. Okay. And then when you're ready, you go live. Now, when you go live, people who actually come on your live, they will actually see this little icon here, a shopping bag. Now, this is the one thing that is different from Facebook. Facebook don't have this kind of icon, not yet. All right, but they're working on it. Okay, the last I heard is they recently have added a lot of shopping features elsewhere. How many of you noticed that in your Instagram now you got a product or buy button? Actually, there's a button there to shop, Instagram shopping. Most of you noticed that, right? Instagram got this feature already. So sooner or later, Facebook is going to introduce this inside their Facebook platform. All right, just for now, it's there on Instagram already. All right, there's a shopping bag. Okay, there's a shopping bag here. Whenever a person is going live there, and you see that person, oh, introduce this Jangge mouse. I want to buy this Jangge mouse. How? All right, they will automatically look for a button to click and buy on the spot. All right, so that's the one thing that is different on Shopee Live and Facebook Live. Facebook Live a bit mafan, a bit susah, all right, because the person has to type in what they want to order inside the comment, and you need another person to go to comment there and see. When you are doing live commerce on a proper platform, e-commerce platform like Shopee, a marketplace, sometimes the feature already built in inside there. So as a person who is selling a product, my orders are all in one place. So a little bit automation there lah, a little bit of automation there might be a good idea also to explore this. All right, so that's why I say, if you really genuinely have a product to sell, you try Shopee Live lah. Why not? It's free, it does not cost any money to apply for Shopee Live. Okay, for now, it's still in beta. They call it beta lah, but a lot of people are using it for free. So you want to try, better try it now. All right, when we explode already, I tell you the charges will come from me. All right, so when it's free, you try it now. Okay, so again, another thing that you can do as a person, okay, doing the live, you want to offer them special discount during live. Shopee also makes it easy. All right, so it's easy to just put a voucher there, all right, and you give out voucher during live lah. People get excited. Ooh, coming already, the discount is there, voucher is there. Wow, you just need to watch a little bit more, 10 more minutes. Okay, wow, got voucher already. Keep. All right, so it creates engagement. It also creates excitement. Okay, right? So far, so good, huh? All right, now I'm going to just pause a bit, all right, 10 minutes for you guys to, sink in a bit. Wow, so many opportunity. Already got idea what to sell or not? Already I got idea what to do or not when you go to live streaming. All right, maybe you want to share the idea in the chat, okay, so that I can look through it, and then let's see whether we can offer some really practical things that you can use during your live stream. All right, okay, so you can ask me anything on Zoom chat. Okay, I'll be watching the Zoom chat, and for you guys need a toilet break, can go toilet break now, make coffee, grab coffee. All right, it's a good time to do that. Okay. More questions? Come, ask. Okay, Ted, you're asking for idea on how to promote affiliate marketing. You can also use live streaming instead of your own product, right? When you start your live streaming, instead of selling your own product, you just promote your affiliate marketing products. So that's one idea. All right. Okay, Ellie, is this about cross-border marketing or e-commerce? We are doing live commerce here, Ellie. So it's just one of the techniques that you can use for e-commerce purposes. Live commerce is basically you go live stream and then you sell your product. Is it cross-border marketing? Well, since you're going live, you're actually picking a global platform. So once you do your live on Facebook, basically anybody that is on Facebook can see you live. All right, so it's a little bit like cross-border lah. All right, but no logistic stuff. It's just about marketing only. All right, okay. You want to get this slide after class. This one I have to talk to the organizers and see how. All right, okay, good. All right, any questions, guys? All right, just post it up, okay, because after this break, we're going to actually go into some case studies. So just ask away. Maybe you have seen some people do this, can do or not. Maybe you've seen people do this, our Malaysia boleh pakai kah? All right, just ask that first so that at least, you know, later when I cover the content part or maybe talk a little bit, show a little bit more case study to you, then you probably realize, oh yeah, okay, can study who. All right, okay, let me know. Okay, for woman fashion, must woman only do the live? Siapa kata ni? Well, okay, this one I have to put disclaimer, for certain groups of people, yes, the perception is yes. Certain groups of people and certain countries and certain locality. This one, let me put my disclaimer out first. All right, I think you all will get what I mean. All right, whether should only women do the live, all right, it's like taking an example of a very famous live streamer, Austin Lim. Okay, Austin Lee, all right, Li Jiaqi, all right, he is the guy who sell lipsticks. All right, now that will work in China because he's a China influencer, China live streamer. So his audience is both basically Chinese. So they don't have that kind of perception that guy selling lipstick. But elsewhere in other countries or other cultures or other, in fact, religions, I don't want to go deeper into that, but you get what I mean. They sometimes have a different perception on this. All right, so to answer your question, Ahmad, check first. Okay, check first is whether acceptable or not. But I have seen guys selling lady clothing, fashion Muslimah. All right, just in a different way. It's a slightly different way. Austin Lee, his way of selling is only certain audiences. Careful. All right. Okay. All right. When is the best time to do live? All right. Very good question. Okay. All right. Okay. So you want some supplement, vitamin, or personal care product? Okay. Interesting. What are the things required for a successful live stream? Key things. I actually covered it a little bit earlier in this class about the hardware, the software, and maybe some basic things that you need to prepare in terms of content. All right, so maybe you want to rewatch this live. Again, I have to check with the organizer how they're going to arrange this. What else do you have? Okay, all right. Our products is Xmas cookies. Oh, seasonal. All right, seasonal. Okay. What's the best format you should plan for our life? Okay, seasonal things always have a different approach. Okay. All right. So let me, I'll take note of that. All right. What's artists? Service. Okay. So you're doing artists, you're teaching people something on live stream. Okay. So shy of the idea doing live streaming on painting demo. I feel like I'm talking to myself. All right, okay. I'm not laughing at you, but it's normal, all right? Like take for example, me, okay? It is my own case study also. It's very funny. When I first started out, it's also, I have the same problem. And I'm also doing services. I teach people. All right, so because you know, when you teach people, you tend to want to see person in front of you, right? And then they are not there. It's like, I'm talking to this piece of plastic that has a lens in front. All right. So it's like very weird the feeling. It's normal. I remember I only started really doing live streaming, I think sometime last year. So yeah, it was quite uphill climb, but I think after 3 or 4 times, you get used to it. But there are ways, so I will show you how fast, okay? All right, how to sell laptop computer accessory to us. Ooh, all right, okay. And then selling apparel and reusable face mask. Ah, okay. All right, support group for life. Support group. Very good question though. In Malaysia, the only kind of support group for streamers, right, I seen is the gamer one, the gaming one a lot. But for non-gaming topics support group, very rare lah. Maybe I didn't actively go and look for them lah. All right, but you try and use Facebook, and you try and join. I think there is this particular group, the Women in Entrepreneurship group. Women entrepreneurship group, sometimes they have some sort of support team inside there to help you overcome your live stream sometimes, so you can actually look into that. Best language to start live streaming, since viewer in Malaysia is multicultural. Okay, Sammy, very extremely good question. All right, we'll see how we can answer that in a bit. My company is seafood. Oh, not the typical every life lah. So we are actually premium seafood wholesaler with 20 years background. Ooh, expert ni. All right, supplying to 5-star. Ooh, so strong clientele. Okay, so but we find it hard for us to tap into live streaming. Is already a common mindset that seafood live equals to cheap seafood. Okay, perceptions. Okay, all right. Jing, okay, understand your perspective here. If you have 5-star hotel and resorts, you have very strong clientele, probably is a good idea to have a joint collaboration with them. I think the way you do your live streaming has to be a little bit different from the standard live seafood selling one. I tell you, later I show you case study, then I'll come back to you, Jing. No worries, okay? Because I have to get everyone the same idea first. Why people think it's cheap seafood. All right, okay? So I'll show you how you can overcome that. All right, premium pillow. Okay, it really feel like we're hard selling if we do live. No, it depends on your approach. All right, you can sell a lot of things on live. Yeah, it's just that how you're going to show people that, wow, your product is perfect to solve what problem. I think problem solving, that part where you tell people that why choose your product instead of other products out there in the market, the why. Some people are very smart when they choose product, right? They're just not sure whether it's suitable for them. But when you do live, you are able to tell them, hey, this product is good for you if you have this kind of problem. So no worries. We always talk about value, yeah. All right. Ellie has an excellent idea here. Just imagine your audience is naked. Okay. Yeah. That's how we actually train people to do presentations. It's a very good technique. Okay. All right. Okay. So, producing packaging ready sauces guide. What kind of sauces, as in sauce, chili sauce, tomato sauce, the sauce? I just want to get you right, Raymond. Sauces, kicap. Is it? Because you're spelling a bit sauces as in what? Punca ke, or sauce or kicap? Hi, Raymond. Let me know. All right. Sauces is as in kicap, is it? Let me know. I just want to make sure I'm getting you right. Okay. Right. So are we back from our break? Okay. If you're back right now, okay, just type back. All right. And I'll show you some case studies. We have quite a few interesting questions here on Zoom chat just now. All right. Which I can probably answer when I show you case studies. Okay. All right. Let's continue. Now, before I start going through the case study, there's one key thing that you have to understand about successful life. Okay, doing a successful life and training the Facebook algorithm to understand that your life is consistent. Because when you do your live consistently, same day, every week, same time, you are actually training the Facebook algorithm to know which group of people is active at that time. All right, it will take a few times. Okay, like for me, I actually have a game streaming Facebook page. All right, and I've been experimenting with this, and it's true what they say. If you can keep a consistent live schedule, right, Facebook will normally help you. All right, they will try to help you put your content to as many as possible, because you have already trained the robot that you are going to be live at this time, at this hour, without fail. All right, and robots, they love consistency. Facebook robots, they love consistency. So for them to help you, if you can keep a consistent schedule, then good. Automatically, they will know how to feed, how to show your life to the right group of people. And there are billions of people on Facebook. All right. So again, keeping a consistent schedule is very important. So some of you ask me, live streaming, how long you should do? Right? It doesn't matter. You do half an hour also can, you do 1 hour also can. I just let you know, Facebook, right? Particularly in Facebook, there's only one limitation. Facebook stream, maximum you can do about 4 hours, I think. Yeah, 4 hours maximum stream. So if let's say you exceed 4 hours already, okay, it's probably a good idea for you to, stop your stream and then start your stream again. So try not to go anywhere beyond 4 hours, because the Facebook right now is still trying to get their algorithm sorted. But what works best now, I can see the case studies that I show you. Sometimes they will do about half an hour to 1 hour, or the bigger scale ones, the more commercial ones, they sometimes do 2 hours. All right, so keep it between 30 minutes to 2 hours. Depends on you are a big streamer or a small streamer. If small time streamer, one person, and you're just starting out, do half an hour, half an hour. All right, you don't kill yourself first, because you have to get used to doing the live stream first before you attempt the longer hour. All right. Okay. All right. FB keeping track on consistency, does it work only with live streaming, or does it monitor marketing posts? Marketing posts, actually it does also, but they give more emphasis on video, because video has something called watch hours. That means people watch, how many people watch the video, how many people engage with the video. So they have a lot more data to monitor. So that's why it's a good idea to do more Facebook Live other than just doing the Facebook marketing post. Like I say, Facebook loves data. Facebook loves data. As long as your Facebook page have something inside there that generates a lot of data, and the robot knows how to help you, they will love you to death. All right, and they will try to help you a little bit more than the rest. It's very, it's a Facebook thing. It's really like this. Okay. All right. So keep a content calendar. Now, I don't know, and I'm not quite sure how many of you do a lot of things for marketing purposes. Some of you, I can recognize some names. Some of you actually come to our courses before. So we normally teach our students different ways of marketing online. Yeah. So live streaming is just one of the ways. So if let's say you already have something else that you do on a daily basis, sometimes you go live stream daily is impossible for you. So please practice a little bit of caution when you plan your schedule. Don't burn out yourself, because can see one, when you are a solo person doing all the live streaming and doing all the marketing, it actually can show on your face whether you are up to it, got energy or no energy one. So don't burn yourself up because you want to get that extra edge from the Facebook algorithm. You do streaming every day. Very, very tiring one. Okay, don't kill yourself like that. Even if you manage to do once a week, very good already. Consistency. Remember this, consistency. Once a week, consistently, better. One shot 3 days consecutively doesn't work. I tested myself, okay? I know. First of all, you get burnt out. Secondly, when you come into the camera, you not your usual energy level. All right. So again, I rather you first, when you if you're new, you do once in 2 weeks also, never mind. When you're totally new, because I understand you need to fine tune your content lah. You need to spend a little bit more time to actually get your first draft of all your products lah. It will take time. All right. So you start with once in 2 weeks, then slowly you make it a little bit more consistent, once in 1 week. All right. And then you will gradually, the more times you do it, you switch around the timing a little bit at the start, just to find out where your audience is. All right. And then you start to set one schedule and you run through with that. All right. So, but again, consistency always wins. All right. And again, I have to say lah, you don't simply just click on live and then just start talking. You must have a point. All right. Okay. It's easy. I mean, it's not like you are trying to have a group call to your family and you just talk about everything under the sky. It's not like that. I know. Okay. There are some streamers that look like they start off with borak. That is a technique. But you must understand what you're saying, all right? Okay, so you are going to actually plan things like how you're going to introduce yourself lah, what is it you're trying to show people lah, all right? And somewhere in the middle, you're going to actually introduce yourself again, all right? Just like in this live session also, some of you actually join halfway, all right? So, so I have to introduce myself again. My name is Wan Yi, okay? And I'm your trainer for today, talking about live commerce, all right? So far, we have already covered software, hardware, things you have to look out for when you actually do live stream. So right now, we are actually doing the content part. When you start a live stream, how do you plan your content? You know, things like this. So you have to actually reintroduce yourself, reintroduce the topic, and then you continue with whatever you need to say. All right. So again, what content deliver at what time? You have very good time management. This one, sure, no problem one. In fact, one trick I like to share with you is keep a clock right in front of you. The clock, the big clock, LED one, got number one, put in front of you. It's easier for you to see how much time has gone. All right. Sometimes you shock, talk, and then you realize, not enough time. Or I talk so much already, it doesn't look like your customers are engaging with you anymore. Sometimes it happens. All right. So again, big clock in front of you, it will help a lot. Okay. And of course, again, your call to action. You talk so much already, you got to have something back, right? So you tell them what you want them to do at the end of the live session. Well thought out plan, start to finish, what you want to do at every single stage. You do this and you keep it consistently like that. When people come to your live stream, they know what to expect already. Usually the first 10 minutes is like that one. All right, so I can relax a bit. The key points will normally come after the 10 minutes. Normally she will say something like this. Normally he will actually do something like this. Okay, he will actually have this really very special sound that I can come here and I can actually focus on him. All right, so again, different people will have different kind of trigger point to capture the attention of customers. All right, so again, you can develop this yourself. It's like doing show like that. It's a little bit like doing show. Okay. All right, so to answer one of your question, okay, one of you actually asked fishery, okay, sell seafood online via Facebook. I think this one, when I looked at this live streaming about 1.5 years ago, right, just only started this guy just only started. He was doing his number 10 or number 20 live stream. All right, he's just started out. The way he do it is also a bit kelam kabut. All right, but later on he actually nailed his formula a little bit. Initially when he first started, he's like, okay, the seafood arrived, put in front of him all the seafood. All right, and then he start talking okay, all this seafood just coming back from the sea, from the river. All right, it's totally fresh. We cover delivery in which area, blah blah blah. We talk. All right. And they'll open the entire thing for bidding. People actually can bid. So starting price is about 5 ringgit. Okay, every person that is interested in this, okay, it adds 10 ringgit. All right, so people, you can see a lot of comments coming out inside the comment thread. Okay, people actually start bid plus 10 bid yes no okay, a lot of people actually start bidding. So this in turn, at the end of the day, the seller will actually award the deal, the order, the fish, okay, to the highest bidder. All right, this is called a bidding kind of live commerce. All right, so when it's bidding like kind of live commerce, you actually have to have a person behind the scene to watch who is the actual bid winner. All right, not just that, when this person actually offers people to bid, all right, to announce the bid winner, the person will actually mention the person's name, and they will also tell the person to do a screenshot. Just do a screenshot of this one here, all right? When our colleague or our team member contact you, you show them the screenshot. All right, so this is like a two-way evidence, all right? It's like a transparent deal, right? So that they know that you are the real person that is, ordering this item. All right, so this is one of the ways that you can protect the legitimacy of your bid. So those of you trying to do this kind of bidding kind of selling, just be very careful, because online sometimes there are people who bid, shock, but they actually don't want the order. Suddenly they realize, really, $400? Oh, yeah, don't want. All right, so it's probably a good idea to have, some backup lah. All right, just in case the order doesn't go through. All right, I have also seen people who are doing this kind of big business, they get burned a little bit and they start scolding people online. Yeah, I think those of you who are from the Chinese community, I think you have heard of some people complaining lah. They'll say, oh, bid so much, shock, want to place order already but never pay. All right, so the seller themselves actually go online and go and complain about customer. That one is totally unprofessional. Please do not do that. All right, okay, that one is just creating drama for bad marketing purposes. And again, I do not advocate people doing bad marketing. It will work once or twice, but people will remember you for the wrong reasons. Okay, so let's come back to Jing's question. Jing was asking, hey, I do seafood industry, memang seafood industry, tapi kan I know that most of this seafood, live seafood Facebook people, they sell the seafood, they normally sell the cheap stuff. All right, it's because they're bidding, right? They just create the impression that, wow, their seafood is premium just because it's fresh. But actually, when you buy and you receive the goods, it's not so fresh. All right, a bit substandard, not very bad. I bought before also. It's not very bad. Some looks good, but actually when arrived, it is not good. All right, and some actually trick you to buy more because it's volume per sales. All right, it looks like, wow, it looks like they make a big sale. But actually, when the customer buy the seafood, when it gets delivered to the house, they cannot finish also. All right, so but I don't want to talk about that, but let's talk about the real thing. If you are truly legitimate seafood provider, you really sell seafood, and you provide to 5-star hotel, resort hotel, you have very good customer clientele and everything. All right, so in order to utilize live commerce, okay, maybe you have to do the tasteful kind, like you don't do this kind of bidding one, cannot. All right, but maybe you can actually create you can use certain techniques to create the impression that you are actually a authorized seller, certified, having very good clientele. All right, so start with your Facebook page, start with also your branding. All right, so you might want to put your branding a little bit bigger. All right, the way you sell to your customers, okay, have to be very organized. Okay, and you can still try live commerce. I'm not saying you cannot. It's just that people on Facebook, most of them are already used to buying cheap stuff. You might still be able to get customers. It's just that the way you sell, maybe you don't focus about the actual selling of the item, but you tell them, you share with them, the more finer aspects of selecting seafood. What is quality seafood? You show them at least, okay, from a deeper perspective. So these people who are serious into buying seriously good seafood, they will appreciate this kind of content, and they tend to be a little bit more higher quality. And higher quality people normally are not freeloaders, right? They actually willing to come up with a premium price. So whether you can sell at a premium price or not, it really depends on what kind of content you're giving your audience. these kind of seafood sellers, all right, they are out for a quick sale, right? So that's why their style and their pattern is either creating sense of urgency, you know, you don't buy now, that's it, no more stock, you know. So yeah, like flea market, no? Like a bit like flea market. Okay, so Jing, yes, a bit educational. You show your authority, you show your expertise. 20 years in your business, you know, you are 20 years in the seafood industry. You have seen a lot of things. You might want to share, you know, a little bit of more professional kind of content. All right, or maybe you want to actually teach people the finer aspects of seafood that people normally do not know. All right, it might actually elevate your authority. People want to buy from you also. You can say, you know, normally we don't sell online like this, but you can actually go to our specialized store. I think I'm not sure whether you have e-commerce or not. All right, e-commerce website, you redirect them to them. All right, and maybe on the side you actually tell them also lah, you know, how to gauge quality, what is your guarantee on your quality. All right, you got problem, whatever, and put more of your customer testimonials out. All right, so do screenshot lah, whatever lah. 5-star hotel, okay, sometimes do a collaboration with them. Since you have an existing clientele of hotels, 5-star resorts, you ask them, can I do a Facebook Live by borrowing your kitchen or borrowing your location? When you go live, people see, wow, this one hotel, wow, actual hotel kitchen, actual hotel chef, then people will know, hey, this one got standard one. This is not the cheap selling type. So again, what people see, they tend to believe. This is also not the not so good side about online selling. People will see what they see. People will believe what they see. All right, so that's why your background, your branding, I tell you, you just improve this one a little bit only. People will actually believe you, like as if you're the real deal. All right, so again, different business will have different approach, but the perception of people, you have to change it. All right, so you don't try not to show things like this too genuine. I would say professional got professional way of selling, you can still sell. All right, do live on Shopee. All right, invite them by personal invitation or VIP invitation. All right, okay. All right, so toys. Okay, so case study on toys. Those of you selling products, mouse, individual items, sometimes, okay, it's a good idea to put all your toys in front of you. All right, okay, and then you start. This guy is also doing a bidding kind of selling. All right, and a lot of his fans are people who loves to collect toys. Now, but I tell you first, this particular live streamer is a favorite of Charles. Charles loves this fella, okay? And he has bought a few things from him, all right? So it really doesn't matter what you sell, but how you sell it. This guy is so casual, you know. He is not the official, okay, let's buy this, I'm going to sell this, blah, blah, blah. No, he's not so like that. There's quite a few times when he actually sells, right? He's smoking there lah, he's eating there lah, he's, you know, doing something else there. It's like really casual, down to earth, just like a normal person you see opening a kiosk like that. Serious, okay? But it is because of that, a lot of people like his genuinity. All right, so again, it's as if just open camera and just be yourself. This really appetite. Now, he was the first one who started selling toys like this. Okay, then later on, there was another lady, a Malay lady, also model after. All right, and there's more people like him now in Malaysia. More, there's a lot more. All right, so if you interested, okay, you go and look him up. At one point, he actually started selling something different. He was selling Nilofa, the banana milkshake thing. And then suddenly he come back to selling toys again. So again, you know, when you have people already fans of your Facebook page, if right in the middle you change another product, and that other product is a totally different thing that you normally sell, you may or may not lose people who follow you. Yeah. All right, just let me share with you first. So I think he's confident enough that people follow him is because of him, not the product he sells. So he is sort of like a semi-influencer guy. He's actually selling things to his audience, right? He's not really a distributor of the product. You get what I mean? So it really depends on your live streaming goal. Are you live streaming because you want an audience, or are you live streaming to make a sale? So there's a very big difference here. So he was brave enough to actually in the middle, try to change and sell something else. All right. And then he probably looked at the data and he realized not a very good venture to go into, come back. All right. Okay. Another case study, teaching languages. Okay. Now I want to talk about there's a student here just now who asked, I cannot overcome that thing. And then you're teach people how to draw. All right. Artists. Okay. Teach people how to draw. So how? Now this one, hey Sharon, okay, this one is a service one, okay. More easy to sell product, okay, but not services. Yes, services you have to prove to people. Like her, okay, she's a Malay lady, but she teach Mandarin. All right, now I don't want to go into, don't twist my words, okay, I'm very genuine. Normally, I'm going to be very upfront. Normally, people associate that, oh, if your mother tongue is not Mandarin, you teach Mandarin, it's going to be substandard lah. Sorry, this is stereotyping. And we cannot escape from that. As marketers, we have to understand everyone has bias. All right. So, but the general bias is like that. Isn't it true or not? It's like if I started to teach Bahasa Melayu, it's also you will feel weird, right? Okay, you will say, your main language is not even Malay. How to teach Malay? Right? So there is the general perception like that. But when you do live streaming, and especially when you're doing services, you have the chance to prove to people that you're the real deal. All right. So she uses this to its full extent. Show live. Okay, open live, very transparent. Speak Mandarin. Okay, teach how to speak Mandarin on live itself. You cannot cheat. Pictures you can cheat, right? Photos, images, there's something called Photoshop, you can cheat. All right. In fact, if you do a selfie right now, there's an app inside your mobile phone that can make you like pretty. Guy can become girl, girl can become guy, right? All right. Young lady can become old lady also, right? So I know images easy to cheat, but live cannot cheat. Live, you are there, it means you are there. All right. So the student who is asking about artists, don't show face, never mind. You show your hand actually drawing. Then people will know that this is not fake. It is a real person. Occasionally, you have to put your camera to me, to you, or maybe have a third person view like that to actually see a face and the hand connected like that drawing. All right, so that is one way to establish authority. You don't have to say anything, but you let your action tell the story. All right, so there's always a way to show your expertise, especially those of you doing services. Show your expertise and also share a few tips. All right, but of course, again, you can say by the way, instead of doing this yourself, we provide the service. Then you can actually pull it back. Like for example, aircon servicing. You may think, aircon servicing can do live, meh? Can, why not? I have seen car workshop, they also do live, right? But how they do live? They fix the car in front of you. Yes, in some cases, they actually show you. They show you one of the cars that they're fixing, and then they actually tell you, you see this particular car, this one here is actually a very big problem. Normally, right, when you drive a car, you should really warm up your engine first. If you don't warm up your engine, this is what is going to happen. So, you tell people. And you cannot assume that everyone is educated about how to take care of a car also. So there will always be an audience for your video, no matter how basic it looks like. Okay. All right. So seasonal products. Okay. All right. Coming soon. Okay. Now, game streamer. Okay. Just to share with you, this is one success story that came out in the news sometime last year. All right. So this is a Malay lady who achieved some sort of success monetizing her hobby. All right. She loves to play PUBG. Okay. She started off playing PUBG, but actually before that, she actually played a lot of other games also. Occasionally, she plays other games also, but somehow she is known as the PUBG lady. All right. So what is this? Okay. Other than this, okay, she is, when she first started, just like what she said, only 5 people viewing. It's probably her family, friends, maybe one or two of her close friends, maybe a few people who plays with her. That's it. All right. Not even new customers or new people. All right. So he actually continue doing this consistently, same formula, consistently test out a few different games. Okay. Test out a few different ways of create engagement. And at the end of the day, she still managed to get a different kind of success. All right. She is actually part of the Facebook gaming program. Okay, Facebook gaming, there's a program called the Level Up program. So let me park this here. All right. Just now, so many people interested in going into game streaming or want to set up game streaming for the kids. Okay, you check out the Facebook Level Up program. Okay, it's a truly legit one. People actually send stars to the gamer. All right, if they like the gamer, they want to support the gamer. All right, so it's some kind of monetization that you can actually make money from Facebook just by doing game streaming. There's a proper system on Facebook for that. Proper one, okay? It's not the cheating one. It's not the play game, get money. It's not the whatever game that they play and then the game itself pay money to them. No. This is purely rewarding game streamers through a proper feature that is built into the platform. All right. So for those of you who have kids and your kid, maybe sometimes they tell you, hey, I play this game, I can make money. All right. Please be very careful because these are normally scammers. Okay. They are probably stealing data in another way. All right. So if you want to encourage them and teach them the right things, okay, do a live streaming on Facebook, let them try. Okay. But in my experience, kids, right, you tell them to do something consistently, probably the second time or the third time, it's not there anymore. All right, I'm sorry to say that, but some of you might like achieve some success. All right, so but let them try, teach them the right stuff. All right, so there is a level up program, okay, and you cannot make money out of playing game itself. You stream game, you entertain people, yes, you can make money. You play game, make money, no such thing. Okay, take it from me, this is very, very serious, especially when nowadays your kids are actually staying at home. Please be very careful of this. Do not be so gullible. All right, okay. All right, so next, Lazada. Now, big brands also like Lazada, they also do, contests, all right, to attract people. Why? Why big brands also use live streaming? Because they want to create engagement. All right, it's not so much of closing a sale, but because a lot of times Lazada, people like Lazada, they are a platform. They do in conjunction, okay, along with another brand. All right, so those of you who actually truly legitly have quite a well-branded product, you can actually, work with bigger platforms like Lazada, like Shopee, okay, to do a joint live event like this, okay, which is what a lot of services they do also. All right, services can also do a collaboration, invite speakers to, cross-talk, share tips, do some live events together at the same time, invite people and capture leads. All right. Now, for seasonal products is one of those things that you have to plan very carefully and you have to keep constant reminder. It's like, for example, you know that Christmas is coming. You probably have a deadline for last order. You make that very clear to your audience. All right. And of course, one thing I want to say about seasonal products, if you're selling seasonal products, please do not only sell during the season. Sometimes you want to get people to buy from you, you have to start really, really early. It's like, okay, let's say your ultimate goal is to get people to buy from you during Christmas season. All right. You can basically start 1 month before. That's basically what people already thinking about. All right. They're already thinking about getting a gift, like a cookie or biscuits, okay, or Christmas biscuits for the occasion. That one is already on their mind. But if you start way earlier, you tell people the fact that you actually do cookies. All right. You can actually drop some teasers. You just tell them like, hey, there's another 2 or 3 months is already Christmas. I'm just thinking of, what sort of good ideas, okay, or what sort of good cookie designs or you know, cartoon characters, okay, that I can make as a cookie gift. All right, if you have an idea, you know, share with me, blah blah. So you can actually do some teaser way before the actual selling season. All right, so like Christmas, the selling season is typically 4 months before Christmas Day, which is 25th. All right, so you might want to actually drop some teasers, drop some hints to your audience really. Hey, you know, we are actually now gearing up for our Christmas sales. All right, and we're looking for ideas. All right, so if any of you actually have some ideas on what sort of cookies that are in trend now or whatever, all right, share with us. Okay, we'll try to see whether we can share a few tips that you can make yourself, or either or you can actually order from us direct. All right, so this is one thing that you can do, Nurul, okay, if you're doing cookies. If you start 4 weeks before, you can start the selling. That means actual product putting in front of them. But normally, don't wait until the season to sell. You before that, you also occasionally do live to share tips lah, to share hints lah, to whatever, to build your customer database first. Then when it's time to selling, then they'll get a reminder. They'll treat it as a reminder. They say, hey, yeah, I always follow this person when they're collecting orders for Christmas cookies. All right, so it'll be a lot easier. All right, so I hope you got this message here. All right, for seasonal products, normally, please don't wait until the season first, then only you start selling. A bit too late lah. All right, you have to nurture early, because first of all, people don't know you're actually selling cookies. Maybe, all right, so again, just share more things, okay, make them aware. You say, hey, this person very interesting, let's follow. All right, when you're ready to sell, you already have an existing pool of people there to just drop the message there, just start a Facebook Live and tell them, hey, you know, I'm testing out my packaging now, you know, I'm testing our Christmas packaging. So which one do you like, the 1A or the 1B? You can actually do that kind of live streaming, you know, just to get live response from people, all right, about your Christmas packaging. You can. It looks very ordinary, but it actually creates a topic of engagement with your customers. All right. So some of you do the same thing also. Moon cake lah, you know, dried meat lah, a lot of things. Start early. Those doing Chinese New Year one, all right, you can actually, you know, start talking, start sharing things about, oh, you know, how next year is for certain zodiac, Chinese horoscope, okay, what we're looking at this and that or whatever. Start doing that kind of nurturing first. Then when you actually get to the product selling, then you already have people who already follow you. They're already very right, just waiting for your offer only. Okay, right? Okay, so again, just in case I didn't cover your case, all right, because we're running a little bit short on time. So just in case, all right, you want to do your own self-research. And again, I really encourage you, because we are Usahawan, all right, we should know where to look for more information if we need to. Again, Facebook is there. Besarnya Facebook, tapi you know how to use or not? Okay, all right, Facebook, okay, again, if you're not fans of watching live stream, it's probably a good idea to start now. All right, whenever you come across a very interesting stream, okay, you start to follow them. The more streams that you follow of a certain category of people, it will normally show up when you click on the live button. All right, let's say lah, if you watch a lot of videos of cats and dogs, you will see a lot of live videos relating to cats and dogs. All right, just let me show you, let me share with you this. The Facebook robot actually detects what you like to watch and give you more of that kind of content. All right, now as for people who do live, take this hint. If the Facebook algorithm feeds more of such related content to people who like this kind of content, then you should stick to a certain topic. You make your stream consistently about a certain topic so that you keep appearing in front of them whenever you do a live. All right, so don't simply change your live stream to another product or whatever. All right, if you need to do that, I would highly suggest that maybe you want to create a different Facebook page for that. All right, that means you segment out lah. Those of you who are maybe selling 10, 20 different products, but different niche, got baby product lah, got fashion lah, got skincare lah, whatever lah. Hey, don't mix all of them inside one Facebook page. all right? Because it's difficult for the robot to decide whether your live stream is related or not. People tend to follow your page. If your page is niche, it's a certain topic, then it's easier for the Facebook robot to recommend things to the right group of people. You get what I mean? All right, so just to throw out some thought process here, I can think a bit. All right, okay, now you can go to this live to check out any videos that are currently live. Okay, so for those of you who don't really watch a lot of Facebook live, probably from time to time you can go and check out see who else is doing live. All right, occasionally you will find people doing live selling products. All right, those of you who like to watch game streaming, you probably see a lot of people going live doing game streaming so you know, you get what you see. All right, okay, now if you want to purposely look for different videos to study them, like I say, content, sometimes different people will use a different way to sell their items. All right, so it's a good idea to use the search Facebook. All right, now the search Facebook is basically here. All right, on the top left corner here. All right, you can see search Facebook, right? So let's say now it's 4:30. 4:30, I think there's a lot of live sellers selling something that is either coffee related or tea time related or something. All right, I'm going to take a guess. Let's say food. Okay, now here on the left hand side here, you will see videos, right? Just click on videos. Okay, and you turn on the live button here. Okay, there you can see, all right. So any page that has the word food is probably going to come up. Anyone that's on live right now, okay, you will see the live indicator here. So you can go inside there and check out how they are doing live at that time. All right. Of course, again, they cannot cheat you because they're live. Every single thing they do is on the spot. Right. You can also watch people who have done live before their previous videos if you want to. So it's a very easy way to check and see, right, what happens during a live. All right. Now, I'm not sure whether you can hear me if I open the live, okay, but I'm going to try one. All right. I think I muted this already. Okay. All right. Now, I don't know whether you can hear this or not. If you can hear it, it's good. Cannot hear it, never mind. Okay. But basically, just to summarize what he's talking about is he is trying to tell you that this particular product, you know, you can actually keep it in the fridge. You can do it like this or that, all right? And you can see the whiteboard there, all right? Do you see some words that is on the whiteboard there? It's basically the way for him to tell you if you're interested in this product, you just type this. Okay, the question mark basically means quantity. So this particular item, the order number is W12, that's the product code. Okay, you just put plus how many items you want. All right, and the selling price is 12 ringgit. So he's not doing bidding style. He's just basically take out product, let you see. All right, this product, how much? Okay, you just show it on the whiteboard there. And then you just place the order on the spot in the live. Okay, so let me click inside here and let's see live. This is live. All right. Now he's also saying, you guys buy something, right? You don't keep going for the double 12 offers, all right? Because some of them not very good. He actually teach you, share some tips, okay? That you know, don't get cheated with all these 12 things. Some of them are actually trying to cheat you. All right. So again, you look at his pinned comment. See, his pinned comment itself actually will tell you, all right, so we are selling what? Miso lah, crab meat lah, okay, and what price? All these are fixed price. This is legitimate fixed price sellers. All right, okay. So you can see here, people will respond, okay, this particular item, I want one. All right, do you have any other products? All right, so it will actually respond to you. So to him, if you look at him, he's actually right there, you know, he's actually showing the product, taking out the product, showing this and that. All right, for him to actually manage the comment is very difficult one, you know. First of all, he has to make sure his face is in front of the camera. All right, And then how is he going to be able to see this? He's not sitting in front of a computer like me. All right, I sit in front of a computer. I also have to work with 2 screens. So this one, definitely there will be someone behind the scenes that actually go through the numbers and maybe help him take order. Sometimes he also walk out of the screen like this. All right, so you can basically tell he's either trying to get more stock or is trying to work with someone else or what. But you can probably still hear him talking. All right. There, so he will come in, come out, but definitely there will be someone behind the scenes trying to help him take order. All right, and the someone that is behind the scenes will keep pumping the list. All right, so that to remind people, hey, we're not selling this. Okay, right now it is W12. Okay, all right, so now it's the last one already, W13. Okay, Sabah Kabayaki. All right, okay, so they will actually show you the product. All right, so very organized one, no kelam kabut. All right, never kelam kabut. When you do kelam kabut, I tell you, your customer also will kelam kabut, which is the last thing you want. All right, so again, organize your list of items you want to sell. Start selling, make sure someone will capture the order behind the scenes. All right, so far so good. Okay, all right, well, nearing the end already. Okay, I just have 2 or 3 more slides. Okay, to how to maximize your reach, how to get more people to see your live stream. Like just now, when you go live stream already, you can actually save a copy of the video on your Facebook page. So you want to beautify your stream, you want to put a proper thumbnail, you can actually do that so that to make people have the impression that, wow, you know, it's really good to have a series of video. People will actually be curious and go inside. Now, sometimes some of you will do a very long live stream, all right? Especially those of you doing services, maybe 1 or 2 hours live stream. So it's a good idea to actually download that video, maybe do a highlight. That means you highlight certain parts of your live stream that is interesting to people. All right, especially those doing talking videos. All right, so you can actually highlight 1 or 2 things so that people can digest very, very quickly. Maybe about 1 minute to 1.5 minute video to actually let people see, you know, what was being spoken inside the videos, a few small snippets of highlights. People can go through 2 or 3 different highlights, and then they can probably establish whether they trust you or whether they want to follow you or not. So small clips sometimes will work, not just live streaming. Take your live streaming, just extract 1 or 2 small clips and then just post it inside your Facebook page. Then people at least they don't want to go through that 2-hour stream or half an hour stream. They can actually have some bite-sized video to watch first. All right, so very, very good tip here. Small videos. All right, repurpose your content. Okay, this is creating clips. You can also put money, okay, to run Facebook ads. Now, Facebook ads, just to show you, those of you who have done live before, probably you don't have a lot of people, you know, following your stream yet. All right, there's always a way for you to promote. Okay, so this is basically my Facebook page. Okay, I'm just going to show you. All right, I do gaming videos. Okay, so let's say I have this particular video. Okay, I'm playing this game. All right, so I can actually click on boost post. Okay, I can click on boost post. Okay, and you can put in money to actually boost your post. Okay, that's one way of doing it. So you get more people to actually see your post. But there's also another way. All right, so let me get out here. All right, you can click on the promote button. You can click on the promote button. Okay, and inside here you can basically, you know, get more people to buy from you. If your Facebook page is already a Facebook shop, okay, you can get people to promote your page. Okay, if you have ads manager, you can get more people to watch your video specifically. All right, so if you use the promote button, it'll probably help you to promote the post. But again, people who like to see and react to posts sometimes will not react to the video. So you might actually want to use the ads manager, okay, to boost your video instead. All right, so again, different ways of running the ad to promote your video. All right, so boost a post can you can get a lot of people watching your post but whether they will actually finish watching your video or want to watch your video is very hard to say. So using the right goal for your advertising objective is very important here. All right, okay. So let's see. All right, so tools that you can use to edit your video. Let's say you're very interested in doing that clip idea. Why not? True, maybe highlight a few clips. All right, so you can actually use Viva Video, or you can use InShot. Okay, yeah, these two tools are very popular for people who edit videos. So let's say you already went live. Okay, you can actually save a version of the video on your own handphone. All right, and you can edit your videos as and when you want. When you edit your videos, okay, you might want to cut off a few parts. Maybe in the middle of your live stream, you actually reintroduce yourself. Maybe you create some sort of engagement. Maybe you have a lot of borak, the borak, the chat kind of sessions there. You want to just cut off lah. You just want to keep, the real good stuff, okay, inside your clip. So you cut that off, all right, and then you make sure you have one video that is the very quality kind of video that people will actually willing to watch. All right, okay. So lastly, okay, how do you know which of your live video is popular? All right, so normally people like us who do a lot of live stream, we rely on the Facebook Creator Studio. Okay, now I'm going to show you mine. This one is my Facebook page, real, not fake. Okay, and I'm doing it live. All right, so it doesn't matter which live you're doing, even if you are doing a live where you get this data, live is more of games. All right, so you can go into the Creator Studio section here. You can click on Insights. All right, okay, and basically it will tell you how your videos are working. All right, now, all right, but just to show you a little bit of what you can actually see, let me just change it to the last 28 days. Okay, a little bit better. Yes, I know I'm kiasu. Okay, all right. So, okay, so let me show you how it is. Okay, normally I stream like every 3 days or so. All right, this was, so actually see, how many people actually see my videos from time to time. Okay, okay, you will get listed here. All right, so normally it's separated by 1 minute video view, or maybe 3-second video view, or how many people actually engage on your video. Right, so yeah, people start stopping and chatting to you. You can actually see, or how people actually talk to you in order to get metically. So every single time you do a live video, find something new that you can improve compared to the last time you did a live. Then slowly you will always improve 5% of the time. So by the time you get to your 10 or 11 time that you do a live stream, you already look like a pro. You already look like, I know what I'm going to do. The first time when I started doing live, I spent close to 1 hour just to prepare for the live. Now I can actually start a live in 10 minutes. All right, so again, practice is one thing. Getting a system that works for you is also another thing. But you can only do this after doing the live a few times. So I would say, do not be afraid of making mistakes. You just have to do it. All right, even if you make mistake also, you will learn something. All right, but most importantly, engage with your audience. The moment you engage with the audience, all right, you'll get a lot of surprising things that you didn't know. It will come back to you. So it's like data collection in a way. All right, okay. So this is just the last thing that I want to share with you guys. But I really encourage you guys, if you are really deep and want to learn more about live streaming, it's a good idea to just start. Don't think so much, just start. All right, short 30 minutes, oh, never mind, consistently 30 minutes. All right, every single video you put out, why? When you see this data, you're like, how come these people who like my page, why they like this video more than that video? Why this video got so many people watch up to 1 minute instead of the usual 3 seconds? So you will find out a lot of things about your product and about your business, about your interests, about the topics that people want to see. It is very clear and you can reflect here. And by the way, your past videos, if people decided to come back and watch your videos again, you can actually see, how many of them actually come back and watch your videos. All right. So let me just open one and show you. All right. Ooh, wow, they changed it. Okay, this one is also the first time I see this. All right. Okay, they changed the way they actually edit your video. All right, so you can see, okay, when I did live, it's only 5 live viewers. So again, don't be shy. All right. Okay, 3-second video views, how many? Okay, video insights. Okay, you can see viewer activity. All right. So most of them, okay, this particular video from the date that it was made, that means 15th of November till 9th of December. How many times or how of the time? Okay, later, very much later on, your video is like 1.5 hours. So some people will actually join in the middle, some people drop off at the end. All right, so it's really your job to find out at this particular time, what were you talking about? What made people stay on for so long? All right, so you can further fine tune your content. All right, people who are watching, these people watching your video, are they your followers or are they someone that your follower recommended? That means your follower go and share these videos to other people and other people follow that link, come back. All right, so you can see, and then your audience, most of these people come from which country? All right, so your region, your country, all right, your age and gender, all right, around which age group? All right, just now got someone asked me, not sure whether I stream tech risk, anybody who can watch or not. Okay, you will find that there will be people watching. All right, maybe inside the 35-44 age group, because tech risk is a very old game. So, so again, you can see there's a lot of data you can get just by doing one live stream. One live stream video can tell you so much, how many people engage. All right. All right. So whether whether you want to make money from your live stream, this is another topic for another day. That one's monetization. Monetizing your live stream is another thing. All right. But for those of you doing live commerce, I think all these data are actually very important for you to fine tune your content. All right. We are actually living in the world of data, and getting access to this kind of data, you really need to depend on your own content. All right. Okay. So we're nearing at the end of our session. It's almost 5. In fact, it's 8 more minutes to 5. Any questions, guys? You can basically ask inside the chat. All right. And I'll take 3 minutes before I actually pass the session back to Salman. All right. But just in case, you guys are interested, all right, you can basically, add me on Facebook.
All right. Okay. So what, I think it is a very fruitful session, about 3 hours.
Yeah.
But don't worry. Anything that you learn today, you can try first. You can practice, because if you didn't try yet, then you will not have any answer, or you don't know what's happening. So that's why we have a consultation session, which is happening next week. So this week you just give it a try, and then you can write down some of the problems that you're facing. What are the problems and all? Okay. So I think yes, that's the end of the session. So thanks to Wanwi from the NC. Also thanks to everyone for staying until the end of the session. Okay, so don't forget, tomorrow morning you can use the same link provided today. So tomorrow morning we will open the link at 8:30, so you can just prepare your coffee, breakfast, and then join the session at 8:30, and then we will start at 9 o'clock. So tomorrow we will start first with generating leads using Google. With I think tomorrow will be Charles teaching you guys. So yep. So
Yeah.
anyway, thank you very much. So see you guys tomorrow.
Okay. Thank you
Bye.
very much. Bye.
Bye bye.